हम्म।
तो कोर्ट मास्टर साहब, हेलो।
हाँ, बोलिए।
ये सब कितने मैं निर्मला कुमारी पीपी बोल रही हूँ। इसमें कौन सा मेरा केस है? एक ही घंटा बैठेंगे?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। साढ़े 10:15 से बजे 10:30 से बैठेंगे।
लिखा हुआ है 10:15 से 11:15।
नहीं नहीं, वो ड्यूरेशन मत देखिए।
ओ अच्छा अच्छा, वो मैंने 1:30 बजे तक बैठेंगे मतलब। वही हमको लगा कि क्या कौन सा केस है मेरा। निर्मला कुमारी पीपी हूँ।
अच्छा,
कौन सा मेरा केस बता सकते हैं काइंडली?
नहीं बता पाएंगे। देखिए,
हाँ,
नाम कर रहा होगा।
क्या बोले?
नाम अपीयर कर रहा होगा आपका।
अच्छा अच्छा।
कोर्ट मास्टर साहब, हेलो। कोर्ट मास्टर साहब, कोर्ट मास्टर साहब,
Yes, good morning.
Milord, may I have
Yes.
your lordship? May I have your lordship leave to mention a case, Milord?
Yes.
It is serial number 35, Milord.
Yes.
Your lordship has been pleased to grant me liberty to mention this case, Milord. Wide order
Yes.
dated 21/6/2022,
All right.
2022, Milord.
I do remember.
Yes, Milord. Your lordship has been pleased to grant me, Milord, liberty to mention for early hearing of this matter, Milord. Pleading is complete, Milord. Today I have filed rejoinder to the counter affidavit. Let the
All right.
matter be heard tomorrow, Milord.
All right. You just remind me tomorrow and inform
lord.
the council for the agriculture university. We will take it up tomorrow. Hopefully,
My
we'll
lord.
take it up tomorrow because today there are many bail matters. I might not reach this, but your rejoinder shall be put on record on the next date, and we shall hear. All right.
Deeply
May I
obliged.
permitted to mention a case, my lord?
Just a minute. Just
CWJC
a
number
minute.
502 of
Anil Kumar.
2022, my lord.
Mr. Anil Kumar,
Listed at
there is some.
confi-
Mr. Anil Kumar,
my lords.
before you mention, raise your hand and I will call your name and then only you mention because you are not in the habit of seeing the board. Yes, Mr. Jitendra Singh, you must
my lord,
wait
sir.
for the senior advocates. Yes.
From the consolidated list, my lords, a writ
Yes.
matter relating to the, my lords, construction of National Highway 80.
Yes.
My lords, the petitioners who are two doctors, my lords, have purchased the land. Notices were not issued. That is beside the point. What point that I am seeking is
Yes.
the execution is starting. The two doctors had purchased land to construct a super
What is
specialty.
this? What is this case? Have you filed MA?
No, my lords. This is CWJC number 18013 of
No,
2021.
against the order of execution, what would the writ petition do? I mean, what have
Not
you
in this-
challenged?
My lords, I have challenged, my lords, the manner in which my land was acquired, pointing out that the National Highway Act itself contains a.
That's all right. Once it has been passed, whether writ jurisdiction would be maintainable, that's the whole question. If you say it is maintainable, we'll give you a hearing. And when is the date for execution?
My lords, execution, the project has been advertised, the tender has been accepted. The only thing that I'm wanting is in terms of central government guidelines. with
All right.
regard to-
Tell us the number of the consolidated number.
My lords, the consolidated number is, my lords, 6,066. The writ number is 18013.
Of
Today's consolidated list.
no 18013 of what? 2020, 21, 22.
21. my
21.
lord.
Now list this case under the heading to be mentioned on 25th of February. All right. 25th of February.
mention, my lord.
My lord.
Serial number 46, my lord.
Raise your hand first. We will be calling one by one. Raise your hand and we will be calling you one by one. Mr. Anil Kumar.
My lords.
Mr. Anil Kumar. Yes.
May I mention on CWJC number 502 2020, my lords. Listed at serial number 3253, 3253, my lords, our consolidated is dated 7/2/2022, my lords. मतलब petitioner is appointed as a panchayat teacher, my lords, the basis of a school living certificate and mark sheet, my lords. Petitioner's salary stopped, my lord, till from December 2021 till verification of date of birth, my lords.
Make a mention. That's right. Make a mention. If it is not taken up by February end, make a mention in first week of March. We will fix a date. Yes. Mention in first week of March. Yes. Yes, Mr. Bharat.
Milord, serial number
Oblige.
46, Milord, CWJC number 574520. I pray for password for the day only, Milord.
Yeah. What is the kind of prayers? You want a Passover, others want a hearing. All right. Item number 46, Passover. Yes,
All right,
Mr. Just a minute. Just a minute. I have seen somebody else's hand. One Muhammad Hilal Ahmed. Yes, Mr. Hilal Ahmed.
Serial number 45, your lordship, CWJC number 5581 of 2020. Please kindly
Yes.
pass out for a week, your lordship, because MD Hilal Ahmed's cousin sister passed away. So please
On the
kindly pass
ground
out
of
for a week.
bereavement of the sister of the arguing counsel, an adjournment has been sought. Re-notify this case on, give a date of 1 week.
14th of February.
Yes, who wants to mention? Raise your hand. We will see and call out. Mr. Samir Kumar.
Lordship. In serial number 159, your lordship, this case was mentioned on 3rd of January. It was directed to be listed today itself, your lordship.
Yes.
It is a matter concerning Dean of Bihar Animal Husbandry College, your
All right.
lordship.
Yes, I remember to have asked you. Isko kar dijiye under the heading to be mentioned Wednesday,
Obliged.
February 9.
Obliged.
My lord,
Just a minute. Mr. Nadim Siraj.
My lord, one matter, your lordships, in the consolidated list, your lordship, serial 4055.
Yes.
You mentioned and uploaded the mentioning slip, your lordships, on the court master's email.
Yes.
Matter relates to the your lordship's stoppage of admission in DDE course, Directorate of Distance Education, runs by under the Patna University, your lordships.
Why have you stopped? Why have you been stopped?
Your lordships, on the pretext of this, that the benchmark of NAC has not been
Then
achieved by the Patna University, your lordships.
that's right.
And
So what is to be done? What is to
My
be done
lord-
with respect to that?
Because, my lord, I may satisfy to your lordship that this is not at all applicable to the to the Directorate of Distance Education. The criteria, the 7 criteria, your lordship, are there,
All right, we'll
and,
see.
and 3 criteria falls within
All
that
right,
jurisdiction.
Mr. Nadim Siraj, we'll see. Now, since you're to
My
take
lord,
admission,
the admissions of 5,000 students are there, your lordships.
All right.
It was allowed
All
up
right,
till January 2021, and from July 21 it has been stopped.
all right, we'll give you a hearing on 24th of February under the heading to be mentioned, 24th of February.
Obliged to your lordship, highly obliged.
Yes, whose hand? Mr. Rakesh Ranjan. Yes.
My lord, may I mention a case, my lord? This is cancellation of Jamabandi matter, my lord. And responded. My lord, 1 minute, my lord. Respondent has passed a party order against me, and the private respondent is selling all the land, my lord. That's why it has been.
No.
It is
Mention in the first week of March, we might consider. Yes, next.
obliged, my lord.
Mr. Dronacharya.
My lord, with your lordship's permission, my lord, the case listed on serial number 39, my lord.
Yes.
With consent of counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Singh, if possible, this case may be taken on 22nd of February, my lord, because my senior, Mr. Dronacharya, has gone through cataract operation, my lord.
That's right. But there's no way to make a prayer. Wait, you seek an adjournment, we will see, but this is no way. Now, you can't fix a date. If it is taken up on that day, we will adjourn it to accommodate your senior, but don't fix a date yourself. Make
my prayer, sorry, my lord. Sorry, my lord. It was my prayer only, my lord.
with your lordship.
That's right. But you can't even make that prayer. You can only ask for adjournment. All right, we'll let it be.
My lord,
Let
sorry,
it be called out.
sorry.
सुनिए तो सही. Sorry तो बोल दिया आपने, हमने accept कर लिया. पहले सुन तो लें.
जी.
There is no problem. This is how we all of us learn. Now, therefore, I have given you this promise that I shall accommodate you. Let the case be called out. Make a mention. Be on the guard. Be on the alert. If the case is called out, and by the time if the case is called out and your senior is not available, we will grant you adjournment. It will be subject to the convenience of the court, taking into account the convenience of the council also. So be here, we will see. Yes, next.
Oblige.
Mr. Nishant Kumar.
My lord, may I kindly be permitted to mention the case CWJC number 500 of 2022, my lord. Matter pertains to selection of assistant professors, which is going on, my lord, still. And an advertisement was floated by BSUSC, my lord, Bihar State University Selection Commission on 21/9/2020. In terms of online advertisement, my lord, I applied and my name was there. But in
your interview letter has not come. You have been stopped from appearing in the interview. What is your subject?
My lord, this is my humble submission, my lord.
What is your subject? Subject क्या है आपका?
मेरा electronics है हुजूर.
Why have you been stopped? You must not have crossed the benchmark of the cutoff.
No. Yes, my lord. I have fetched three marks more than the cutoff marks, my lord. Still
then what is the reason for your not being allowed to appear in the interview?
Two reasons were assigned, my lord. Two reasons were assigned to my rejection. One reason was that I did not submit all the requisite credentials online portal, which is false, my lord, because still on date all my requisite papers are.
Now you must have been given some time for raising objection. Did you raise the objection at the relevant quarters?
In the given that period, my lord, I did not raise any objection, my lord. For
Why?
the reason that
then what would the university do? What would the examination taking body do? You should have raised objection in time. If they would have not entertained or they would have not listened to you and would have passed an order which was not in consonance with law, rule, or whatever you are saying, then perhaps we could have considered. Which subject did you say?
Electronics, my lord.
Now, has the interview been taken or is it still continuing?
This interview has ended up, my lord. A result has been published.
Result has been published. So, Mr. Nishant Kumar, we will give you a hearing, but there is no dying urgency. Had the interview been continuing, perhaps I would have interfered in the matter if you had a case, and then we would have done something. But now the interview is over and the process of appointment is closed. It has been concluded. So we will. Your right remains to argue your case, but there is no pressing emergency. Now you make a mention sometimes in first week of March. We'll give you a hearing. All right. Yes. Next is Mr. Harsh Singh. Yes.
May it please, my lords. My lords, I wanted to mention, my lords,
Louder, we can't hear you. Louder.
I have your my lords, may I have your lordship's leave to mention at serial 43, my lords. This case was adjourned 2 weeks back, my lords, anticipating resumption of physical hearing. My lords, now it is likely that the physical hearing may resume after 2 weeks, my lords.
How do you say that?
The other difficulty that
how do you say that
I am of station.
Just a minute. How do you say that it will resume after 2 weeks?
That was
I have no information, but
no. I said it is likely that it may resume after 2 weeks.
All right.
It may resume. That was the oral observation of Honorable the Chief Justice, my lords, in my case on Friday when it was being heard.
All right. So this is a good information to me, and I would also like the physical hearing to begin. But then tell me, what is your prayer?
Yes, my lords. My prayer would be, my lords, that if it is not inconvenient, it may be adjourned for some time, my lord.
Look, it will not be an open-ended adjournment, Mr. Harsh Singh, because that does not appear to be proper. What I do is that I will not be holding court in the second half, so there is little possibility of this case be taken up today in the first half. So you do one thing, you see the speed of the court, see what matters are taken up tomorrow, and then make a mention. We'll fix a date. Maybe, yeah, or we fix a date on 25th, or at your request on 25th of February. By that time,
My lord,
going by your assessment, all right.
My lord,
As
may kindly
prayed-
fix it on 25th.
As prayed for on behalf of the petitioner, re-notify this case. This is in item number 43. Re-notify this case on 25th of November under 25th of February under the same heading. All right.
Obliged, sir.
Who else? Who else? Yes, Mr. Rajiv Kumar Singh.
माइक कौन दिए सर अपना राजीव कुमार सिंह माइक कौन दिए सर माइक कौन कीजिए सर अपना
I'm sorry. My lord, serial number 38
Yes.
is the batch of cases with respect to my lord the Talimi Markaz, which your lordship has
Yes.
adjourned for physical hearing.
No. I don't adjourn for physical hearing. I may have adjourned on some other count. I don't adjourn for physical hearing. We don't know. But as some other lawyer was saying, there is every likelihood. So let's see, because of the government's decision to open schools today, from today, and shops from today, there appears to be some likelihood. We don't know. So let us see. Mention tomorrow. What is the position? We'll know.
My lord, it is likely to be taken up today only, my lord. It is as
All right. We'll take it up today, and then we'll decide what is to be done.
Ji.
No
Milords,
mentioning.
Milords, one matter.
Yes.
Milords, one matter from the consolidated list, Milords, CWJC number 19.
Identify yourself, Mr. Counsel, because I can't see you.
कैमरा ऑन कीजिए सर अपना
Milords, one matter from the consolidated list, Milords.
I need to know your name, sir. I
My
can't.
name is Arun Kumar, Milord. Arun Kumar, Milords.
All right. Your is there any problem with your camera? Can you switch it on?
Milords.
If not, I can identify your voice. Go ahead.
Milords, CWJC number 19717 of 2021, Milords. Milords, matter relates to Milords, although retirement benefits, including Milords, the payment of the differences of salary, as well as Milord differences of salary accrued out of grant of the MSACP and MSCP much earlier, Milords. Petitioner has undergone Milord's brain in operation, Milords, and he is in need of the hard money, Milords. But despite all the formalities, even SCP, MSCP has been granted much earlier, but the monetary benefit has not been given, Milords.
What is
so,
the-
Milords, this case may be taken up any day, Milords.
All right. What is the number in the consolidated list?
Milords, 3056.
3056 को लगाइए on 24th of February
17/1/22 को था हुजूरी.
under the heading to be mentioned on 24th of February. All right.
Obliged.
Yes. Any other mentioning? Call out.
For judgment, Mr. Shekhar Singh.
Judgment. Yes, Mr. Shekhar Singh, are you there? Yeah, you are there, and
Yes,
Mr.
Alex.
Sanjay Kumar
I'm here.
Giri also is here.
Lordship. Alex.
All right. Let us see what I have said. Now, we have not agreed with Mr. Shekhar Singh since the order from so for the reasons aforestated, this court does not find any fault with the entire process of conducting the disciplinary proceeding against the petitioner, as also the punishment imposed upon him. We have also taken note of the fact whether it is excessive, but somehow the other the reasons which are to weigh with this court with respect to interfering with the quantum of the sentence, that also we didn't find that it was shocking to our conscience, and therefore the petition has been dismissed, but with no order as to costs.
Obliged, Lordship. Obliged.
Mr. Secretary, please upload it for the lawyers to see. Huh? All right.
Obliged, Lordship.
Yes.
Ready to mention 02 Mr. Avinash Shekhar.
Yes, who appears? These are batch petitions, no?
I am for the petitioner, my lords. My lords, in this case, judgment was reserved on 26th of October, my lords.
Yes, it had been reserved on 26th of October.
My lords.
While dictating the judgment, there were certain clarifications which the court requires, and therefore it has been listed under the heading to be mentioned. Now,
My lords.
tell us few things. Now, this is you're appearing in Rahul Kumar.
My lords.
Are you appearing in all the batch?
No, because I am appearing in the first case, my lords, the lead case, that is Rahul Kumar, my lords.
All right. So,
my lords, may I pray one thing, my lords? Mr. Mrigank Moli was assisting my lords. If my lords requires a detailed assistance, my lords, may I pray for a passover?
No, not at all. No detailed assistance is required. We are only asking for a few facts to be stated. You have to check up the facts, come back to us tomorrow, because tomorrow the judgment will be pronounced.
My lords, my lords.
You tell us one thing. This pertains to the FIR number.
My lords, this is FIR number Guraru PS case number 100 of 2020, my lords. It was registered on 28th.
Just a minute. Guraru PS. What is the status of investigation in this case?
My lords, the investigation is pending, my lords.
No, you please find out and tell us.
My lords, I'll give the updated status, my lords.
Would you listen to what the court is asking from you?
My lord.
There is updated status, all right. But what the court would require, unless you hear, perhaps you will not be able to tell us.
I apologize, my lord. I apologize.
All right. So what you do is that you let us know the exact status of the investigation. Suppose charge sheet has been submitted, the date of the charge sheet, how many persons have been charge sheeted, and whether the charge sheet has been taken into account and cognizance has been taken.
My lord.
How many accused persons? You have to just make a chart. How many accused persons? Who are they? One line for each. Even though you're appearing only for Rahul Kumar.
My lord.
But the reason for asking all these details is that normally, if a FIR is to be quashed or not to be quashed, it is generally not qua the petitioner only, because part cancellation doesn't mean anything. So before we embark upon deciding the matter, finally, we need to know whether all the accused persons have approached this court, whether you're the only one who is feeling the pinch and the heat, or whether charge sheet has been submitted only against you. Let us see. So therefore, don't take further time. You have to seek all instructions with all aspects. The court can come up with any question tomorrow. All right?
My lords.
So therefore, not only the status of investigation, but the status of each of the accused persons. The status means I don't want a detailed description. Now, who are the accused persons? Who have been made accused persons during the course of investigation? What actually has happened, and whether, if a report has been submitted under 173, whether it has been acted upon, whether cognizance has been taken. Please find out and let us know tomorrow, because tomorrow we are pronouncing the judgment. All right?
Certainly, my lords. May I pray one thing, my lords?
Yes.
My lords, may it come on Wednesday, my lords, so
No,
that
no. Tomorrow only. It has been pending for very long. Maybe at the end of the court, you're not to be playing for it. Nonetheless, all right, Wednesday. All right.
Wednesday, my lords.
Please, my case, your lordship, sir.
Just a minute, Mr. Sadhbir Bharti. I'll be taking each case at a time. This is what happens when all of you huddle together and make a mention, and cases are adjourned while dictating. All facts are jumbled up. Now, who appears in United Breweries? CRWJC number 89.
I am appearing, your lordship.
Yes, you tell us, it is with respect to which FIR? Guraru.
So 89 is with respect to lordships Madhubani Town PS case number 265 of 2020.
Madhubani 265 of 2020. The same question, if you are on board when I was addressing Mr. Avinash Shekhar, you have to let us know everything tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
In fact, in my written submission, your lordship, only
they are asking you for the updated information till today. If something happens tomorrow, you're not responsible, but till today, you have to give that information day after tomorrow. What is the status of accused? How many accused? Whether any accused was, whether he was made accused during the course of investigation, whether a report has been submitted. And if at all, it has been acted upon. Whether any case has been filed seeking for quashing of the judicial order after the charge sheet. You have to give us all details. You may not give it on affidavit, but we will record your statement. It should not be incorrect. That's for your benefit, right? So this is Madhubani PS case number 265. Then who appears in Mukesh Kumar?
I am appearing, my lord. Again, I am appearing.
Same information. This is also with respect to Madhubani.
Yes, your lordship. Mukesh Kumar, there are two cases. One is Madhubani case number 265, and there is Pandol PS case number 270.
Pandol PS case number 27. So the same Mukesh Kumar or different Mukesh Kumar?
Same Mukesh Kumar, your lordship. Same Mukesh.
So he says that he's a salesman. What happened in other case also? He's a salesman.
Yes, yes.
All
He is a distributor, lord.
All right, and CRWJC number 366, United Breweries again?
It is relation to Pandol PS case number 270.
All right. And then the last one. No, this is the last one. All right. So all the information has to be given, updated information by day after tomorrow. So we'll be dictating the judgment there. All right.
My lords.
Deeply obliged.
Obliged, my lords.
Look here. This case has been listed. Where is my order? In which case? In these batch of cases, the arguments were heard and the judgment was reserved on 26/10/2021. There was an interim order in all the writ petitions about interim order giving protection to the petitioners against any precipitate action, but the investigation was allowed to be continued. This case has been listed. All these cases have been listed today for seeking clarification with respect to the updated status of the investigation of the FIRs against which the petitioners have approached this court. Mr. Avinash Shekhar and Mr. Satbir Bharti, learned advocates for the petitioners, have assured this court that by the next date, that is on 9th of February, they shall provide such information. List this case for orders on this case for judgment on 9th of February.
Deeply obliged.
Deeply obliged, my lords.
All right.
Mr. Digvijay Kumar Vacha.
May please your lordship. Lordship, in the aforesaid.
All this is over. Just a minute. ये भी TBM में क्यों है? Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Mr.
lordship, in the aforesaid matter, there are 4 petitioners, lordship.
Yes.
And anticipatory bail was allowed by the Honorable Court on 9/9/2021, but name of one of them petitioner, namely Parmeshwar Dubey, is missing in impugned order, lordship.
No, it's very obvious for the reason that the petition begins with this order begins with petitioner number 2. How this has happened, Mr.
Lordship, in this petition there are 4 petitioners. Petitioner number 1 is Parmeshwar Dubey.
मुश्किल है, बात नहीं समझते क्या करें. आपकी बात बोलने बहस करने के पहले ही मुझे दिख रहा है सामने. ये हमारा ऑर्डर ही बिगिन होता है petition number 2 से. Therefore you need not strain yourself. That's understood. ये है मिस्टर मिश्रा. क्यों ऐसा होता है? मुश्किल है. परमेश्वर लिखिए. The petitioner seeks a modification of the order. The petitioners seek modification of the order dated 9th of September. तो इतने दिन के बाद आपको कैसे पता चला?
Just after knowing it, lordship. Before
why did you not mention? You have mentioned it in January 2021. No. You have you have heard Mr. Digvijay Kumar Ojha, learned advocate for the petitioners, and so for the state. The petitioners seek modification of the order dated 9/9/2021 in as much as the name of petitioner number 1, namely Parmeshwar Dubey, has been omitted to be listed in the cause title as also in the main body of the order referred to above. 4 petitioners had approached this court through this petition for grant of anticipatory bail, criminal miscellaneous number 3699 of 2021. All the petitioners were granted bail in anticipation of their arrest, which appears very clear from the order. It further appears that the cause title in the order begins from petitioner. Obviously a mistake, although an inadvertent one. Let the order dated 9/9/2021 be modified to the extent that name of petitioner number 1, namely Parmeshwar Dubey, along with his parentage, be also added in the order, and the order be deemed to have been passed in favor of aforesaid Parmeshwar Dubey as well, along with three others. Since there was a mistake, since there was an inadvertent mistake in the order, the time given to the petitioners to surrender before the court below is further extended for a period of 8 weeks, to be counted from today. The other conditions in the order shall however subsist. The order stands modified accordingly. Chali.
Worship.
Yes.
Worship. Earlier, the matter was adjourned awaiting the report of mediation.
We are not.
15th of January was the date fixed. Worship.
Mediation. Has the mediation begun or no? Interim report could not proceed. All right. Interim mediation. Let's see. There is another report. Another date was 17/1. Who appears for the other side?
I'm appearing on for behalf of OP number 2, Your Lordship.
You are? I can't see your face, Mr.
Alok Kumar Shahi.
Oh, Mr. Alok Kumar Shahi. Now, as it appears, there is every likelihood of mediation process resuming. Now, would you like the mediator to decide the matter and send the report to us, or should I send it to the court below?
No, Your Lordship, it should be sent to mediator.
All right. Okay, awaiting the report about the outcome of the mediation. Re-notify this case on 22nd of February. Interim order, if any, in the meanwhile, shall continue.
Mr. Suji Misra.
Lordship. Lord, I am appearing on behalf of the petitioner, Your Lordship, in this case.
Yes.
My Lord, 2 affidavits have been filed by the petitioner, Your Lordship.
Just.
My Lord, one affidavit.
1 minute.
Lordship.
1 minute, Mister. 1 minute.
Lordship.
Where is Mr. Madhuranand Jha? On the last occasion, he had appeared.
My Lord, I am appearing on behalf of a state, my Lord.
No. Acha. You are for the state. Now, who?
My Lord.
Mr. Avdesh Kumar Mishra, his name appears. Are you there, Mr. Avdesh Kumar Mishra? Yes, I can see you. Mr. Avdesh Mishra, you are appearing through somebody else's mobile. Ajay Kumar, can you hear us? Mr. Avdesh Mishra, can you hear us? I can identify his face on the board, but I don't know. Yes, you're there. Mr. Avdesh Mishra, can you hear us?
Yes, my lord. My lord, he's my junior sitting. Yes, my lord, I'm hearing, my lord. Yes, Lord, I'm hearing, my lord.
Yes, All right. Mr. Suji Mishra, proceed.
My Lord. My Lord, on earlier occasion, Your Lordship was pleased to direct to file affidavit on behalf of the petitioner, my Lord. My Lord, 2 affidavits have been filed. One affidavit is, my Lord, dated 2/2/2022, Your Lordship. 2nd of February 2022. And another affidavit, my lord, affidavit on your lordship 16/3/2020, but it has not been filed, my lord. My lord, the petitioner has very categorically stated.
16/3 is before me. And
lordship, one,
yes, both the affidavits are before me. Yes, tell us.
Yes, one another affidavit dated 2nd February 2020, your lordship. My lord, into a second affidavit, your lordship, the petitioner has very categorically stated that he has never given any consent to his lawyer, Shri, my lord, his name is Sarvdev Singh, who was holding the brief. My lord, actually in this case, I was conducting the case. But in the meantime, learned Sarvdev Singh, Mr. Sarvdev Singh was conducting, and he has not given any consent that you go and pray to vacate the house. And my lord, ये my lord communication gap के थ्रू ये हुआ कि इसमें इन्होंने कह दिया कि I am ready to vacate the premises, and in my lord apologizes and the petitioner begs pardon from this honorable court, your lordship. My lord, the real position has been given.
Just a minute, let me see the order first.
Lordship.
And the consent. Yes.
My lord. My lord, for this, your lordship, the petitioner, my lord, some inconvenience was.
Mr. Shuji Mishra.
Lordship.
Mr. Sarvdev Singh or whichever advocate was appearing on the last occasion, he had never said, he had never given consent to the court. The court said that we are going to grant interim relief only if you vacate. And therefore he says that yes, give us the interim relief and I would vacate. But otherwise, since you had not instructed, since the client had not instructed him, we will not go by this promise, and we shall not get into all this dispute between the client and the earlier advocate. But please go ahead with your case.
Lordship. My lord,
yes.
Second supplementary.
Yes.
Affidavit, your lordship. Annexure 4. This was the stand of the petitioner, your lordship. Annexure 4, page 7, your lordship. The supplementary affidavit which has been filed, your lordship, on 2nd of February 2002, though it has been affidavitted on, lordship, it has been affidavitted on 16th of March, your lordship, 16th of March 2020. This was the stand of the petitioner.
All right. 1 minute.
Lordship.
All right. Anything else?
Lordship, my lord, an agreement was executed by Devesh Chandra Day in his lifetime, your lordship, and thereafter the petitioner, since he was in as a helping hand, he assisted financially, your lordship. This was the agreement between the two persons, your lordship, in the year 1986. Secondly, your lordship, Annexure 5 may kindly be seen. It is on page 12, your lordship.
Yes.
पटना समाहरणालय पटना राजस्व शाखा प्रेषित श्री रामेश्वर पाठक अवर निरीक्षक पूर्णिया श्री कृष्णा जी प्रसाद यादव दिनचर्या लिपिक बिहार विधानसभा पता सिन्हा लाइब्रेरी रोड खास महल प्लॉट नंबर 13 पटना. मिलोड दिस लेटर हैज बीन सेंट बाय द कलेक्टर पटना. विषय सिन्हा लाइब्रेरी रोड प्लॉट नंबर 13 के में अवैध रूप से रहने के संबंध में उपयुक्त विषय के संबंध में सूचित करना है कि अपने अपने स्पष्टीकरण क्रमशः दिनांक 25/6/2007 एवं 21/6/2007 द्वारा कोई कागजी सबूत पेश नहीं किया है. अतः आप इस संबंध में एक पक्ष के अंदर अपने पक्ष में कागजी सबूत पेश करें, वरना पेश करना सुनिश्चित करें, अन्यथा यथा वांछित कानूनी कार्रवाई की जाएगी. यह आखिरी चेतावनी है. Lord, this letter has been sent by the collector to the petitioner and one Rameswar Pathak, who has been SI of Purnia at that very time, who is also living in this premises, your lordship. My lords, for my lord's consideration, it is my submission that 51 persons are living in the premises update, and my lord, during the pendency of this bail petition, two another persons of one Ujjwal Kumar, ये कहती है कि उज्ज्वल कुमार हमारे ये हैं, two another persons have entered in the premises, your lordship, for civilly without having any authority in the premises, your lordship. To a cursory look to the reply, your lordship.
Just a minute. I'm looking at it.
My lord, the relevant portion I would like to submit before your lordship.
Would you hold on for a minute? Let the court go through your reply.
Lordship.
It's a 2 pages document. Everything is relevant. Please hold on.
चल रहा है, आवाज नहीं, स्टॉप मीटिंग हो जाएगा बार बार.
All right. Yes. Anything else?
Lordship. Now, your lordship, I would like to submit before your lordship the bail petition which has been filed. My lord, उसमें हम 2 चीजें दिखाना चाहते हैं. एक तो FIR हुजूर देखा जाए, that is Annexure 1.
Yes.
Annexure 1 FIR, your lordship.
Yes.
Relevant portion has relevant page is 16. The typed report has been sent to the police station कोतवाली, your lordship. इसमें ये हुजूर कहती है कि सविनय निवेदन है कि मैं शिखा रानी उम्र 66 वर्ष वृद्ध महिला हूँ. मैं एक बंगाली अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय से आती हूँ. मेरे मकान सिन्हा लाइब्रेरी रोड खास महल प्लॉट नंबर 13 फरचंद पुराना मकान है जो जीपीओ. इसमें ये कहती हैं हुजूर कि इसमें कहीं डेट नहीं देती हैं. ये कहती हैं कि एक लेटर ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन द्वारा कलकत्ता से हमें इस प्रॉपर्टी का स्वामित्व मिला है. मिलॉर्ड हमने लिखा है कि सी इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू द देवेश चंद्र डे. Devesh Chandra Day was, Milord, the only son of Bankim Chandra Day, who happens to be a very prominent advocate of Patna High Court in the year 1934 and onwards. लॉर्डशिप इसमें देखा जाएगा कि इन्होंने एक और लिखा, हेल्पलाइन, महिला हेल्पलाइन में गई है, दैट इज एनेक्सर 3, योर लॉर्डशिप, दैट इज ऑन पेज 34. इसमें ये कहती हैं कि 2000 में मेरे मामा सुगत डे का देहांत हो गया. लॉर्डशिप पेज 34, एनेक्सर 3 सीरीज, योर लॉर्डशिप.
पढ़िए.
जी, इसके उपरांत माननीय कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट में PLA 248/2001 एवं लेटर ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के द्वारा न्यायालय ने इस मकान का पूर्ण स्वामित्व मुझे प्रदान किया है. दैट वेरी PLA इज, इसी में हम हुजूर लगाए हैं, दैट इज ओनली ए नोटरी एफिडेविट, दैट इज नॉट ए लेटर ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बाय द कोर्ट. और उपयुक्त मकान में मुझे बकाया राशि के रूप में 2006 में तकरीबन 16,000 रुपया मिला था. ये तथा उसके बाद न कोई किराया मिला है और न मकान खाली किए हैं. वृद्ध और असहाय हो जाने के कारण मैं पूना इलाज हेतु अपनी बेटी के साथ रहने चली गई. इसी दरमियान मेरे मकान में ललन और गगन, नॉट दिस पिटिशनर, ललन और गगन के कहती हैं कि नाम के 2 व्यक्ति लोगों ने मोटर गैराज खोल दिया, जिनको मैं जानती नहीं. इन्हीं लोगों के द्वारा कुछ आपराधिक प्रवृत्ति के लोगों को लाकर टेंट का सामान रख दिया गया, मेरे मकान में रख दिया गया है. हमारे वकील श्री उज्जवल कुमार के सलाह के अनुसार आपसे उचित कार्रवाई के लिए प्रार्थना कर रही हूं. चूंकि केस मुकदमा में काफी वक्त लग जाएगा, केस मुकदमा लड़ने हेतु मेरे पास रुपया भी नहीं है. मैं व्यक्तिगत और भावनात्मक कारणों से मकान खाली कराना चाहती हूँ. मिलोड, ललन एंड गगन को ये कहती है कि 2006 से इनके यहाँ किराया बाकी था.
आपने ऐसा है मिस्टर शिवजी मिश्रा पढ़ दिया है, तो हिंदी को फिर से हिंदी में पैराफ्रेज करेंगे.
अच्छा हुजूर, तो नहीं हुजूर, हमारा ये सबमिशन था हुजूर, मेरा ये सबमिशन है कि इट इज आउट एंड आउट सिविल डिस्प्यूट. और हुजूर हमने इसमें पैसा भी दिया है, हमने उनकी सेवा भी की है. हमारे सामने इनका देहांत हुआ है. शिखा रानी इज नोवेयर. इनके पटना के कुछ रिलेटिव और हम लोग मिलकर के बांसघाट में दाह संस्कार किए. ये लोग कहीं नहीं थे और हुजूर उस समय से हम आ रहे हैं. एनेक्सर 2 सीरीज में हुजूर देखा जाएगा कि सारा का सारा डॉक्यूमेंट्री एविडेंस, हमारे लड़के का बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट और हमने SSP को भी दिया हुजूर. ये कहती हैं कि 2008 से ललन और गगन रह रहे हैं. हुजूर पेज 18 में देखा जाएगा, कहते हैं कि ललन, गगन और कृष्णा 2008 से रह रहे हैं.
All right. Who appears for the informant? Mr. Mishra.
Lord, I am appearing.
बस करिए.
Lord, earlier
आपके जूनियर की मोबाइल की कनेक्टिविटी ठीक नहीं है. आपकी अगर मोबाइल हो तो आप कनेक्ट होइए, इससे तो बहस नहीं हो पाएगा. आप किसी और डिवाइस से जुड़िए. You have a poor bandwidth.
आपके आवाज सर. सर दूसरे डिवाइस से ज्वाइन कीजिए सर, आपकी कनेक्टिविटी ठीक नहीं है.
वो भी नहीं सुना. ऐसा है, ठीक है, समझ गए. All right, we have heard you.
We just कुमार सिन्हा.
हो गया सर, पर आपकी आवाज नहीं है सर.
बताइए किसी दूसरे मोबाइल से जुड़े या दूसरे कनेक्शन से जुड़े. He is not hearing, he is not even understanding what we are talking. ठीक है, that way his bandwidth would improve. Let us see if he joins. आपकी दूसरी मोबाइल है मिस्टर अवधेश मिश्रा? या कोई
सर ऑनरेबल को सुन पा रहे हैं? जैसे लगता है उनको आवाज नहीं हम लोग की आवाज आ रही है।
You have his telephone number? Anybody having his telephone number? Call him on his telephone and say that he needs to hook himself with a different mobile. And once he's finding that it is not working,
Milord,
he's still
Milord,
insisting.
am I audible? Milord, am I audible?
We can understand the technical glitch. You are not audible for so many minutes by now. This is what we are trying to tell you. You can hook by another device. If you don't hear, your voice is not heard. We are held at ransom unnecessarily. टेक्निकल स्नैग होता है, टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस होते हैं, लेकिन कुछ समझ ही नहीं रहे हैं आप, तो दूसरे के मोबाइल से जुड़ गए हैं। क्या करेंगे हम? सुनेंगे नहीं तो आप कहेंगे ऑर्डर पास हो गया बिना सुने।
Milord,
everybody is so audible. Everybody has good bandwidth. I don't know which device have you chosen. Now you are audible. Continue with your argument before your voice gets. I mean, it's faded.
जूनियर का मोबाइल है।
तो आप जूनियर का मोबाइल क्यों यूज करते हैं? अपनी मोबाइल क्यों नहीं यूज करते हैं? हाँ तो है ही है, आपकी अपनी मोबाइल इतनी अच्छी है तो जूनियर
पढ़ रहे हैं क्या?
कुछ सुनाई दे रही है। आप अपनी बहस जितनी जल्दी हो सके कर लें।
What I am submitting, Lord,
yes,
the application of other two accused persons who was rejected, my Lord, by the case of this honorable court, my Lord, in which Lordship has, my Lord, mentioned. My Lord, I am reading, my Lord, second paragraph of the application, Lord, bill order. Also, as well as counsel for the informant opposed the prayer for disciplinary bail on the ground. During the investigation, it has come in the case that the informant is the real owner of the house and petitioner has possibly grasped the property in her action and looted away the articles also, and exactly they are not owner of the land. Having heard both sides, considering the submissions made above, I am not inclined to grant privilege of anticipatory bail. Accordingly, it is rejected. But this was the order passed by this honorable court earlier, my Lord. In the case of my Lord Kumar and Kalan Kumar, in same FIR. So therefore, so far the policy which concern me, all the documents have been considered by this honorable court earlier. Number 6, 7. Therefore, it is not the my Lord as liberty to raise these civil not parties have been looted. So it is a clear case, not they have committed offense, not in the absence of informant. Informant had been to Pune, not regarding her medical treatment, and her husband was a lawyer of
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही सर। अवधेश कौन सर से आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
आपको जस्ट Can you hear the court, Mr. Mishra? Can you hear the court?
Yes, I am hearing you.
Right. So now we have heard your argument. I am not inclined to grant anticipatory bail. I am rejecting the petition. Do you have to say anything more?
No, my Lord. My Lord is rejecting.
All right. All right. So therefore, allow the court to pass orders. We have heard you. I don't know whether I have heard you or not, but I am not inclined to grant you grant Mr. Shivji Mishra anticipatory bail for my own reasons. All right.
Yes.
All right. Please now listen to the order and just sit back and relax. Click here. Heard
My lord, the
Mr.
direction may be
Suji
given to-
Mishra, learned
My lord-
advocate for. Yes, yes.
My lord, I
Yes,
was
yes,
submitting
Mr.
that.
Mishra.
Yes, my lord, I was submitting that a direction may be given to the petitioner. When he surrenders, my lord, the matter will be taken up on the same day, my lord, he shall consider for regular bail, your lordship. My lord,
That prayer I will not allow. I will only say that two of the persons have been granted regular bail, and these grounds I will state. I will state the reason why I am not granting bail, and then we will be directing that should you surrender before the court below, these grounds of yours shall be taken into account. Look here. Same day, we don't pass order for anybody unless the person is suffering from cancer or is 90 years of age. Look here. The petitioner seeks bail in anticipation of his arrest in connection with Kotwali PS case number 708 of 2019, dated so-and-so, instituted for the offences under section so-and-so. By order dated 6/12/2021, this court noted the fact that the accusation in the first information report is that the informant had taken birth in the house in which the petitioner is unauthorizedly residing. Stop. The aforesaid property is the self-acquired property of the maternal uncle of the informant. Stop. After the death of the maternal uncle, the informant started residing in the same house along with her cousin, namely Saugata Day, who also died, leaving behind only the informant to look after the property. On one occasion, when the informant had gone out of town to visit her daughter at Pune, the lock of the house was broken open and two of the accused persons, namely Lallan and
Gagan, your lordship.
Namely Lallan and Gagan. Namely Krishna Yadav, Lallan and Gagan, forcibly entered her house and opened the garage. Stop. In the undemised portion of the house, one Muhammad Shafiur Rahman has kept his tent shop items for grabbing the property. Stop. The learned counsel for the petitioner, on the other hand, has submitted that the property does not belong to the informant. Stop. It's a Khas Mahal property, which was under the possession of late Devesh Chandra Day, who actually had brought in the petitioner in the house, and the petitioner had been rendering financial and physical help to aforesaid Devesh Chandra Day in his old age. Stop. In fact, when aforesaid Devesh Chandra Day died, the petitioner and others who were residing in the house with the consent of late Mr. Day performed the last rites. Stop. The informant, it has been urged on behalf of the petitioner, has appeared from nowhere only to claim possession of the house in question, which is in a very posh locality of the town. Stop. It has also been submitted on behalf of the petitioner that he had made a representation before the senior superintendent of police and had communicated to him that the claim of the informant over the house in question is absolutely false, and that he has been made accused in this case without any reason, even though he is in the service of Bihar Legislative Council. Stop. It appears from the order dated 6/12/2021 that the court came to the conclusion that if the house in question has not been sold to the petitioner or has been given on rent to him, his bona fide would only be reflected from the fact that he would vacate the premises of the house. According to the own showing of the petitioner, there was no owner of the house alive for him to make payment of rent. What is the rental? What is the agreement? What is the rental amount is also not known. Neither has it been disclosed in the bail petition. On this observation of the court, it appears that the counsel who had been appearing in this case earlier, namely Mr. Sarvdev Singh, agreed and informed this court that by the next date, the petitioner would have vacated the premises. Based on this presumption that if the petitioner vacates the premises in which there is neither a rent agreement with him, nor has he purchased the property, his bona fide could be established at least prima facie that he is not a forcible entrant in the house, the court granted interim reprieve to him. Today, when the matter has been heard, Mr. Suji Mishra, learned advocate, has submitted that the petitioner had not consented for vacating the premises, and Mr. Sarvdev Singh, learned advocate, agreed and consented for the same without any instructions from the petitioner. First up, the learned counsel for the petitioner reiterates that the property does not belong to the informant, and the petitioner and several others had been residing in the said house as they had been brought in as tenants by the late owner of the house, namely Mr. Day, about whom reference has been made in the earlier part of the order. By way of an affidavit, learned counsel for the petitioner has brought on record his reply to the show cause notice issued to him by the district magistrate Patna, in which he has stated that after the death of Bankim Chandra Day, his son Devesh Chand Day, who had obtained the property, by way of a probate, who had obtained the property as a probate of will dated 1967, was decreed in his favor, and the petitioner having been brought in by aforesaid Devesh Chand Day, he could not be said to be an unauthorized entrant, unauthorized occupier of the house in question. A deed of agreement for sale of leasehold right has also been brought on record. However, the land counsel for the petitioner has fairly conceded that whether any permission was taken by the ex-leaseholder for selling his interest in the property to the petitioner and another or not is not yet certain. But the petitioner, along with another tenant who is a police officer, has paid rupees 4.5 lakhs. Nothing has been brought on record as on date with respect to brought on record as an evidence in aid of the aforenoted statement. From the Mr. Avdesh Kumar Mishra, learned advocate for the informant, however, submits that assuming every statement of the petitioner to be correct, he is an unauthorized occupier of the house, and even if the issue with respect to the ownership of property in question is under dispute, it would be a civil dispute vis-a-vis the informant who is claiming her ownership over the land because of inheritance, and somebody else who may turn up and seek the ownership. So far as the petitioner is concerned, there is no dispute whatsoever that he is neither a tenant nor has he purchased any part of the property. In that view of the matter, this court was of the view that if the petitioner vacated the premises straight away, because he is not able to locate the owner, his bona fides could have been established. First up, not doing so, this court finds, is only a blatant attempt on the part of the petitioner to stay in the house in which he is neither a tenant, nor is there any evidence of his having been allowed to remain as a tenant. The fact that his son had taken birth in the house and the other documents which have been brought on record to indicate that petitioner is not an unauthorized occupant of the house would be of no avail so far as the petitioner is concerned. First up, the petitioner cannot take advantage of the entire case hinging on a civil dispute between the persons who would stake claim over the property in question. First up, for the aforesaid reason and the inability and the intransigence of the petitioner, and for the aforesaid reasons and the fact that the petitioner has not shown his bona fide by vacating the premises, I am not inclined to grant anticipatory bail to the petitioner. First up, the prayer for anticipatory bail is rejected. The interim order passed in favor of the petitioner stands vacated. First up, should the petitioner surrender before the court below and seek bail, his application shall be considered on its own merits, taking into account the grounds which have been raised by the petitioner in the present petition, as also that two of the other accused persons have been granted regular bail, and an order shall be passed without prejudice by the fact that the present petition has not been entertained.
Serial 6, Mr. Arjun Prasad.
Obliged.
Yes. Yes.
Earlier case diary was called for, my lord, and provisional bail has been granted the petitioners, my lord. Anticipatory bail without offense under section 37.
Just a minute.
My lord.
Here. Yes, who appears?
My lord, I am appear on behalf of the petitioners, my lord.
क्या नाम है आपका?
Arjun Prasad, my lord.
Mr. Arjun Prasad, the court is asking you a few questions. You tell us the answer if you know, or you find out and tell us. Now, charge sheet has been submitted against Chandan, but he has been found to be a minor. So he was sent to the Juvenile Justice Board. What happened?
वो तो जो जानकारी नहीं है चंदन के बारे में, हम हुजूर चंदन के पेरेंट्स।
मैं विड्रॉ कर लूंगा प्रोविजनल एंटिसिपेटरी बेल। मैं सुन लिया कि चंदन के पेरेंट्स हैं आप, and then you are arguing the case of your parents in a case of rape and in a case of abduction, and you have the cheeks to say that you don't know what has happened to your son. Go ahead, surrender before the court below. This is no way.
Sorry, my lord. Sorry, my lord.
You think this court is so naive so as to accept such arguments? You have come for anticipatory bail. I have granted you provisional bail in the hope that you will tell us the exact status, and you are not telling us.
Sorry, my lord.
There, go and surrender. Court will see.
My lord, one week time maybe.
Just a minute. अनुप्रेषित का क्या मतलब होता है? Sent up करना या non sent up करना? Who appears for the state? Mr. Madhav Prasad Yadav.
Not sent up होगा हुजूर.
Mr. Madhav Prasad Yadav.
अनुप्रेषित का not sent up होगा.
तो ऐसा है कि आपकी एप्रीहेंशन ही नहीं है मिस्टर अर्जुन प्रसाद। आप दोनों को हस्बैंड वाइफ को अनुप्रेषित दिखाते हुए पूरक अनुसंधान बाकी है, और केवल लड़के पर चार्जशीट किया है, और वो तो जुवेनाइल जस्टिस बोर्ड में है। आपकी ये पिटीशन इनफ्रक्चुअस कर देना है, हम सब विड्रॉ कर ले रहे हैं। आपको एप्रीहेंशन ही नहीं है। यू हैव अ पॉइंट इन योर फेवर। पूरे गांव में पंचायती हुई थी, लव अफेयर की बात चल रही थी, लेकिन एलिगेशन जब उसने रेप का लगा दिया है, आप भी, आपका लड़का भी 2007 का जन्मा है और लड़की भी 2007 की है। हमें ये सब लग रहा है कि एलिगेशन गलत भी हो सकता है, लेकिन आपसे इंफॉर्मेशन पूछा और आप सीधा सीधा जवाब दे दिया, हमें नहीं पता। और दूसरा इफ यू हैव नॉट बीन सेंट अप and there does not appear to be any evidence in the case diary with respect to your participation, and therefore you have not been sent up, तो फिर हम इसमें एंटिसिपेटरी बेल क्यों आपका एंटरटेन करें? और किया है हमने, अनफॉर्चुनेटली, बिकॉज आई डिड नॉट सी द डायरी। लेट अस सी व्हाट द कोर्ट हैज टू से।
May I read the outer sheet, the last portion, my lord?
वो तो पढ़ने की क्या जरूरत है, वो तो मैं देख लेता हूँ ना।
My lord.
You have unnecessarily ruffled. You have ruffled the feathers of the court by saying that you don't know about the status of your son.
Sorry, my lord.
आप जानते हैं कोर्ट के व्यूज को, इस तरह की बात कि हम अपने केस से मतलब रखते हैं, दूसरे एक्यूज्ड का हम कुछ नहीं जानते, ये सब दूसरी जगह बहस करेंगे। हमारे सामने अगर ये सब बहस करेंगे तो मैं खारिज कर दूंगा तुरंत।
I am extremely sorry.
All right. Find out and tell us. और ये भी बताइए कि आप पर तो बाद में पूरक अनुसंधान करने के बाद आपको चार्जशीट किया कि नहीं। चार्जशीट हुआ, चूंकि डायरी से लगता है कि आप एप्रीहेंड नहीं कर रहे हैं अरेस्ट के लिए। देखते हैं, ये तो कुछ किया ही नहीं है। ये लिखता है कि उनका बयान अंकित है जिससे अभियोजन का मामला समर्थित होता है। ये ऐसा ही तो ऑर्डर पास करते हैं विशेष न्यायाधीश। But anyway, you find out and tell us. We are not giving you any long rope. We were otherwise inclined to grant you anticipatory bail. Therefore, I have given you provisional bail. But in my estimation, the facts which are before me, you don't have an apprehension of arrest. So my bail order should not unnecessarily go waste.
May I pray one thing without 1 week time maybe granted me the why?
1 week तो मैं नहीं दूंगा। आप मंडे को, हाँ 1 week हो जाएगा। मंडे को मैं इसको रख रहा हूँ, मंडे को आप बताएं।
My lord.
है ना? Heard Mr. Arjun Prasad, learned advocate for the petitioner, and who is for the state? Who is for the state? Mr. Ashok Kumar, are you there?
Another case, my lord.
Yes, my lord.
All right. Who appears for the state? I want to have his name recorded here. Mr. Brajnandan Kumar Tiwari, you are not.
ना हम असिस्ट कर दो वो इनका रेस होगा तो असिस्ट कर देंगे।
हाँ, तो आप ऐसा करिए कि पता करके लीजिए, हम आपका नाम लिखा देते हैं। देखिए क्या लिखा है? Heard Mr. Arjun Prasad, learned advocate for the petitioners, and Mr. Ashok Kumar for the state. Heard Mr. Arjun Prasad for the petitioners. Full stop. There is no appearance on behalf of the state. However, this court has requested Mr. Ashok Kumar, learned APP, to assist this court in the present matter. Full stop. The petitioners are the parents of one Chandan Kumar, who is said to have raped the victim girl. Stop. During the course of investigation, it appeared that both the victim and the son of the petitioners are 2007 born. Stop. The parties have different stories to narrate. Stop. The case diary indicates that there was a panchayati in the village with respect to the liaison between the victim and the son of the petitioners. Stop. It further appears from the records that the son of the petitioner has been forwarded to the Juvenile Justice Board. The counsel for the petitioner does not have any idea about the status of the son of the petitioners. It also appears from the case diary that no positive evidence could be collected against the petitioners, and therefore investigation has been continued with respect to them, whereas the son of the petitioner has been charge sheeted. Let all the details be provided to this court by the next date by learned counsel for the petitioner. First up, Mr. Ashok Kumar also would seek instructions in the matter and report back to the court. First up, re-notify this case on 14th of February. On 14th of February, first up. Interim order in the meanwhile shall continue.
Mr. Brajnandan Kumar Tiwari.
Anticipatory bill lordship under section, major section lordship 302 and other section also lordship.
Yes.
Last section, honorable court was pleased to call for the case diary lordship.
Yes, what is the FIR?
FIR lordship at page 12 lordship.
पढ़िए।
निवेदन पूर्वक कह रहा है कि मैं दिलीप कुमार पिता स्वर्गीय सो एंड सो आज 2/8/20 के रात में समय करीब 9 बजे अपना गोतिया के ही नंदकिशोर यादव सो एंड सो करके 11 आदमी, जिसमें लास्ट में मेरा भी नाम है हुजूर उपेंद्र यादव, पिता गांगो यादव, ग्राम श्री, थाना वजीरगंज, जिला गया, सभी एक मत होकर लाठी डंडा और खंती लेकर मेरे घर पर गाली गलौज करते हुए चढ़ गए और मेरे पिता बद्री यादव, पिता चतुरी यादव, ग्राम श्री, थाना सो एंड सो को हत्या लाठी डंडा एवं खंती से कर दिया, काट कर दिया। इसका कारण पूर्व में चला आ रहा जमीनी विवाद है।
कितने लोग मरे?
एक आदमी मरे हैं।
क्या नाम है उनका?
बद्री यादव।
The informant died, ना? And what is the nature of injury of
father of the informant died, lordship?
Father, मैं बद्री, मेरा नाम अच्छा दिलीप यादव is the informant, बद्री is the father. Now खंती लेकर मेरे घर पर चढ़ गया और मेरे पिता बद्री यादव, स्वर्गीय चतुरी यादव, ग्राम सोनसो की हत्या सोनसो कर दिया। इस झगड़ा में हमारे भाई विनोद यादव, what is the nature of injury of विनोद, नन्हक, राजकुमार एवं भब्बू मुन्नी and one lady मुन्नी। ये इनकी इंजरी रिपोर्ट कैसी है?
ये इंजरी रिपोर्ट जो डायरी में है।
हाँ, मैं देख ले रहा हूँ और पोस्टमार्टम भी देख ले रहा हूँ, अभी आया हुआ है मुझे।
31 से 35 तक है।
नहीं, एंटिसिपेटरी बेल का केस नहीं है।
जो पूरे डायरी में से स्पेसिफिक कहीं एलिगेशन मेरे ऊपर नहीं है हुजूर,
इसीलिए मैं लिखाऊंगा, आप सरेंडर करेंगे, बेल होगा। और
और लास्ट में हुजूर बोला गया है कुछ गवाह, इंडिपेंडेंट गवाह कि ये लोग घटना के समय नहीं थे गांव में।
वो मैं लिखवा देता हूं। Heard Mr. Brajnandan Kumar Tiwari, learned advocate for the petitioner and so and so for the state. The petitioner seeks bail in anticipation of his arrest in connection with so and so. By order dated 15th of December 2021, this court had called for the case diary of this case, which has since been received. The petitioner and others are said to have assaulted the members of the prosecution party, which ultimately led to the death of one Badri Yadav, who is the father of the informant. Four other persons are said to have been injured. Land counsel for the petitioner has drawn the attention of this court to the accusation made in the FIR, in which there is no specific accusation against any one of the accused persons, much less the petitioner. It has further been submitted that there is an admitted long-standing dispute between the parties, and therefore the possibility of falsely implicating the petitioner also cannot be ruled out. It has also been submitted on behalf of the petitioner that some of the witnesses who were examined by the police have stated that the petitioner was not present in the village at the time of the occurrence. These reasons do not weigh with this court for grant of anticipatory bail to the petitioner, especially in view of the accusation leveled in the FIR of the petitioner and several others having assaulted the deceased and other injured persons of this case. The occurrence is said to have been witnessed by the son of the deceased. The prayer for anticipatory bail of the petitioner is thus rejected. However, if the petitioner surrenders before the court below and seeks bail, all the above noted grounds shall be taken into account, and an order shall be passed by the court below without being prejudiced by the fact that the present petition on his behalf has not been entertained. Yes.
So let Mr. Chandrakant.
सीरियल नंबर कितना किया गया? सीरियल नंबर
8, Mr. Chandrakant.
Yes.
माइक ऑन कीजिए अपना सर चंद्रकांत.
Yes. Mr. Chandrakant. Is he there?
Yes.
I don't see him.
माइक वीडियो दोनों ऑफ. चंद्रकांत सर, आपका केस कॉल हुआ है. लेट मिस्टर चंद्रकांत.
पासवर्ड करिए, आएंगे फिर. चलिए नेक्स्ट.
Sinhan Mr. Ashok Kumar.
May please lordship.
Yes.
498 my lords. Petitioner husband on the last occasion lordship was pleased to issue notice to the opposite party number 2 my lords.
Who appears for OP number 2? Okay.
17-12-21 का ऑर्डर है.
All the opposite party has yet not been served the notice. First off, awaiting the service of notice on OP number 2 and her appearance. In this case, the matter is adjourned to. The matter is adjourned to 2nd of March. First off, interim order in the meanwhile shall continue. Okay, next.
Second Mr. Ranjay Kumar Singh.
My lord,
Yes.
in this case also on last occasion, my lord has failed to issue notice to opposite party number 2, your lordship.
Who appears for the other side? It's a complaint case, no?
Yes, your lordship.
Therefore, notice was issued. It's a case of 323 and 406. Otherwise, I would have granted bail. But since it's a complaint case, I need to hear the complainant. Notice requisites, which is after. Oh, you have furnished the requisites after the stipulated time. बड़ा मुश्किल है. देखिए, by order dated 21st of December 2021, this court had directed for issuance of notice to opposite party number 2 by both the process, for which requisites had to be deposited by the petitioner within a period of 2 weeks. The petitioners were, however, granted provisional bail in the meanwhile. From the office notes, it appears that notice has not been issued to opposite party number 2 because the requisites though have been furnished by the petitioners, but only after the stipulated date. For the reasons which has been argued by the learned counsel for the petitioner, the requisites furnished by the petitioners for issuance of notice to OP number 2 is directed to be accepted as valid, is directed to be accepted. First up, let OP number 2 be issued notice by both modes as directed by this court for his appearance in this case on 11th of March. First up, interim order in the meanwhile shall continue.
C11, Mr. Rajendra Nath Sinha.
Yes. Just a minute. We'll resume after 2 minutes. I need to change the chair. Yes.
Yes, Lord. Item 11. I appear for the petitioner.
Lordship, sorry, I was this.
All right, Mr. Chandrakant, we will take up your matter later. Please hold on. Yes.
Yes, my Lord. I appear for the petitioner.
Yes.
My Lord, by order dated 22nd of December, diary was called for. In this case, while granting provisional bail and security bail to the
Notice also, who appears for the other side?
I am appearing behalf of informant, my lord.
All right. Yes.
Lord, before beginning, at the outset, I must say with regret that the petitioner has been very poorly drafted, and I'm sorry to present this case in the way this is before your lordship. Nevertheless, your lordship were kind enough to grant indulgence to the petitioner on the last occasion.
All right. Would you, Mr. Roy, would you please read the FIR?
Your Lordships.
Yes.
Lordship, by FIR is by the brother-in-law of the petitioner. मैं राजू उपाध्याय, उम्र 40 वर्ष, पिता रामाधर उपाध्याय, साकिन सो, आज दिनांक 17/7/2020 को समय 7:30 बजे पुलिस पदाधिकारी के समक्ष अपने स्वेच्छापूर्वक बयान देता हूं कि आज दिनांक 15/7/2020 के करीब 1:30 बजे मोबाइल द्वारा मुझे सूचना मिली कि आपकी बहन रेणु देवी, उम्र 43 ईयर्स, पति राधेश्याम दुबे, दैट इज पिटिशनर, जयप्रकाश नगर, थाना जक्कनपुर, जिला पटना, सल्फास का गोली खा लिया है। इलाज हेतु सहारा संध्या हॉस्पिटल में इलाज हेतु लोगों द्वारा ले गए। मैंने अपने चचेरा भाई नीरज उपाध्याय के साथ अपने बहन को देखने सहारा संध्या हॉस्पिटल
heard Mr. Rajiv Royal and senior advocate for the petitioner and so for the opposite party number 2. Stop. This court had, by order dated 22nd of December 2021, called for the case diary. Stop. The case diary does not appear to have been received. Stop. Let a reminder be sent to the court below for dispatching the copy of the case diary on or before the next date. Re-notify this case on 1st of March. On 2nd of March. Stop. Interim order in the meanwhile shall continue.
Lord, may I submit? In the meantime, may I submit, Lordship?
Yes.
There is some error in the prayer portion. Instead of CJM, the additional judge had been written. May I be permitted to correct that, Lordship?
To the satisfaction of
Yes.
satisfaction of CGM, which place? Patna.
Yes, Lordship.
CGM Patna.
Lordship.
All right. Yes, Mr. Advocate General, you need to say something.
Yeah, Lords, I'm taking liberty. Lords, Lords, there is an item at serial number 42. Lords, some other officer is appearing, but probably, Lords, on the last occasion, my Lord has, while passing the order, has desired that I should assist. And
What is, can you just remind me what is the order? Can you just refresh just for a second?
Lords, the order is with respect to that merger of LD assistant and UD
All right,
assistant.
all right. All right,
Yeah.
merger and demerger, and many courts have
and
passed
again,
orders.
yeah,
All right.
some have been given that earlier is higher.
What do you want?
Lords, if not inconvenient, can it be after 20th?
I think
Because Lords, there are two functions in my family.
all right.
And,
All right. We need not specify. Otherwise, also this requires, because there have been judicial pronouncements.
Lords, because Lords, why I say, because even after
divergent
the
judicial pronouncements, we'll hear it.
Yes,
by that time.
yes, right from Lords long back, there are a large number of I have also to collect all those orders.
Have you informed the counsel for the other side? Counsel for the petitioners?
Lordship, I have a very State Lordship, I will inform. I'm informed. Kar dega, Lordship. I will inform
All right.
all the.
So what we do is that when we, since in the absence of the counsel, I don't generally grant time. You do one thing, Mr. Madanjit Kumar, you remain hooked. If I reach that serial number, remind me that on the request made by
In
Advocate
fact,
General.
Lords, that's I was going to, because the time is fixed at 2:15. Because probably is in this case, my Lord has directed the additional chief secretary also to be here for assistance.
Yes,
so
yes.
That's why Lords, at 2:15, Mr. Madanjit Singh will be there.
All right, maybe Mr. Madanjit, you'll have to mention tomorrow. The court might not sit after the first half for some work. So tomorrow this case will be listed, and remind me, Mr. Madanjit Kumar, we will adjourn it for 20th.
Lordship. 20th, I think, is Sunday.
21st. 21st.
Let it be 22nd, because Monday will there are PIL matters.
All right, 22nd. All right,
Lord's great.
22nd. All right.
All right.
Or Mr. Advocate General, we will see the convenience of the counsel for the petitioners also. We might postpone it. We might postpone it later, say for first week of March.
Okay, that should be more, my lords. In fact, because my function will end on 19th.
Apart from
I
that,
will-
we will be required to hear Mr. Additional Chief Secretary in person.
Yes.
So, of course,
So-
you will address the court, but we would
No,
require.
but lords, factual aspect he is, because
All right. Just remind me, Mr. Madanjit Kumar. Okay. All right. All
Lordship.
right, Mr. Advocate. Yes.
Obliged.
प्रभाकर सिंह
No, a case Mr. Chandrakant ka pass over.
select Mr. Chandrakant.
Look at this. I have taken up the matter. He has again vanished.
है लेकिन
Mr. Chandrakant, you have unnecessarily asked the court to give you indulgence. Once I pass over a case, I don't take it up for that day. He is not there. Must have gone to some other court. Chill, now we will not take it up. Yes, next.
C12 Mr. Prabhakar Singh.
May please your lords.
Yes.
Application for anticipatory bail, offence under section 307 and other section, your lordship. Earlier occasion, your lordship had granted provisional bail and your lordship call for the case diary. Your lordship, as per allegation.
Just a minute, give me 1 minute. 1 and 2 is said to have assaulted the informant on his head, whereas 3 and 5, what happened to 4?
4 and 6, no specific allegation, nothing.
4 and 6, no specific allegation. So I have granted provisional bail to 4 and 6.
To all your lordship, because your lordship, last paragraph of the impugned order that is required to be seen, your lordship. Last paragraph.
Yes.
May I read, your lordship?
Yes.
At page 3, your lordship,
Yes.
having gone through the aforesaid facts and submissions as advanced, both of the parties this court and that the case is registered under section so and so against all the accused petitioners. There is counter case of the Rowley PS case number so and so lodged from the petitioner side, in which 2 persons have been injured. One petitioner Vijay Jadhav, petitioner number 2, and another Raju Jadhav, petitioner number 5, your lordship. Vijay Jadhav has sustained fracture on his head on parietal region. Through the copy of the injury report, it is submitted by the petitioner side. This court further finds that photocopy of the injury report of the informant is also filed by the informant. That shows that Ramashish Chaudhary also sustained injury on his head, on parietal area. And the opinion of the injury kept reserved by the doctor. But the rest of the injuries are found simple. No other material in the injury report is brought on the record by the IO in spite of repeated requisitions. On perusal of the whole fact, this court finds that there is some dispute between the parties and there is clash held between the two sides, and some persons have been injured from either side. So there is certainly lacking the ingredient of 307 of IPC, and the allegation of theft appears ornamental in the facts and circumstances of the case. But I am not.
एक सेकंड, ये 302 में कन्वर्ट हो गया है. आपने देखा है उसको? पोस्टमार्टम का अनुसंधान के द्वारा इस केस के मृतक रामाशीष यादव का पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट प्राप्त किया, जिसके अवलोकन से ज्ञात होता है कि उनकी मृत्यु शॉक ड्यू टू प्रोग्रेसिव इंट्राक्रैनियल ब्लीडिंग ड्यू टू द. आप पूरा देखा नहीं है वकील साहब?
डायरी नहीं है, डायरी मेरे पास.
No. ये तो फिर डेथ में एंटिसिपेटरी बेल, especially when all of you have participated except 4 and 6. 4 and 6 also we would not be inclined. The person has died. It is precisely for this reason that I ask for diary. If you don't give us the injury report, who has died? Let us see. वादी का सिर बुरी तरह जख्मी हो गया था और काफी खून गिर रहा था और वादी ही मर गया, तो ये डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन हो गया. और अब आप इसमें रामाशीष यादव. No. You'll have to surrender, Mr. Prabhakar Singh. Sorry, all of you.
Your lordship, but against petitioner number 4 and 6, no allegation.
No, देखें वो भी FIR पढ़िए. FIR पढ़िए.
Yes, your lordship. आज दिनांक 19/8/20 को समय सुबह 100 दरवाजे पर था कि पूर्व के बच्चों के तुतु मेमे में के वजह से मेरे गांव के विजय जादव, पिटिशनर नंबर 2, धर्मेंद्र यादव पिटिशनर नंबर 1, राकेश यादव पिटिशनर नंबर 3, राजू यादव पिटिशनर नंबर 5, सुरेंद्र यादव, दिनेश यादव, राजेश यादव सभी सो फरसा लेकर आए और आते ही अश्लील अश्लील गाली मेरे दरवाजे पर देने लगे। जब मैं मना किया तो इसी बात पर विजय यादव अपने हाथ में लिए हुए फरसा से मेरे सिर पर जान मारने के नियत से मारे, जिससे मैं जख्मी हो गया, तथा धर्मेंद्र यादव अपने हाथ में लिए हुए फरसा से जान मारने के नियत से मेरे सर पर मारे और मेरे सर से खून गिरने लगा। मेरे भतीजा धर्मेंद्र यादव एवं नाती दिलीप यादव मुझे बचाने आए तो राकेश यादव व राजू यादव दोनों को जान मारने के नियत से
all right, Mr. Prab.
Even your lordship against Rakesh and Raju, there is no allegation to assault the informant.
ना इंफॉर्मेंट छोड़िए, वो दूसरे का माथा तोड़ा है, उसका हम नहीं करेंगे। हम 4 और 6 उसको इल्जाम नहीं है, उसको ग्रांट कर देते हैं। रेस्ट सब सरेंडर करें। लिखिए, heard Mr. Prabhakar Singh, learned advocate for the petitioners, and so for the estate. The petitioners seek bail in anticipation of their arrest in connection with so. By order dated 21st of December 2021, the petitioners were granted provisional bail and case diary was called for. On the submissions advanced on behalf of the petitioners, it was noted in the order that petitioners number 1 and 2 have assaulted the informant on his head by means of farsa, whereas petitioners number 3 and 5 have assaulted the nephew of the informant, who too has received injuries on his head. There is no specific accusation against petitioners number 4 and 6. The learned counsel for the petitioners on that occasion had drawn the attention of this court to the part of the impugned order, which took note of the fact that there had been dispute between the parties from before, and in the occurrence, members of the accused, many accused persons also were injured. He also were injured. However, it appears from the case diary that during the course of investigation, the informant died, and his post-mortem reveals, and the post-mortem report reveals that he died of intracranial hemorrhage, which is referable to the assault which has been alleged in the FIR. Considering the aforementioned fact, petitioners number 1, 2, 3, and 5, who are said to have assaulted the informant bracket deceased and his nephew respectively. Okay.
Considering the aforementioned fact, petitioners number 1, 2, 3, and 5, who are said to have assaulted the informant within bracket deceased,
are not entitled for grant of anticipatory bail. The interim order granted in favor of petitioners number 1, 2, 3, and 5 is hereby recalled. Their application for anticipatory bail is rejected. Should they surrender before the court below and seek bail, their application shall be considered on its own merits, without being prejudiced by the fact that the present petition on their behalf has finally not been entertained. So far as petitioners number 4 and 6 are concerned, there is no accusation against them in the FIR or in the investigation papers. Considering this aspect of the matter, the interim order in favor of petitioners number 4 and 6, namely so, is hereby confirmed. The petitioners number 4 and 6 shall remain on the same bail bonds. The petition stands disposed of accordingly. Yes.
Mr. Devendra Kumar.
Yes.
Last order, you know.
Yes. Explanation आया है? Again, they heard Mr. क्या नाम है आपका? वकील साहब कौन है?
देवेंद्र कुमार।
Heard Mr. Devendra, और कौन बहस कर कुछ बोल रहे हैं? Yes, Mr. Nafisul Joy, you're speaking something.
Sorry, Lord.
Mr. Nafisul Joy, are you speaking something before this court? How will you be audible if you don't press your mic, if you don't unmute yourself? The court has only seen you muttering without hearing anything. He's again speaking without unmuting himself, disturbing the proceedings of the court. नहीं यही बोल रहा.
My lord.
Yes, Mr. Devendra Kumar, you please have some patience. It appears that some advocate has been trying to communicate with this court, but he has not unmuted himself.
Yes, yes.
We are waiting for him to at least listen to us. Otherwise, we are going to pass orders.
Yes, yes.
कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं क्या? किसी और कोर्ट से जुड़े हुए हैं.
He shouldn't keep himself visible on this. Anyway, chhodiye. Heard Mr. Devendra Kumar, learned advocate for the petitioner and so and so for the state. The petitioner seeks bail in anticipation of his arrest in connection with so and so under section so and so. Stop. It was argued by the Land Council for the petitioner on the last occasion that on similar allegation against other accused persons, the court below had granted anticipatory bail to the others but had rejected the prayer for bail of the petitioner for no apparent good reason. Stop. There is general and omnibus allegation against all the accused persons, including the petitioner. Stop. Finding this fact, this court asked for an explanation from the concerned Judge Shuhar about the reason for taking two different views in case of accused persons with similar accusation. Stop. However, the petitioner was granted provisional bail in the meanwhile. The explanation has been received. The explanation sent by the learned district judge Shuhar has been received. From the report of the learned district judge, it appears that bail was granted to the other accused persons by the then district and sessions judge Shuhar, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Singh. However, the application for anticipatory bail of the petitioner was rejected by another sessions judge, namely Sri Bharat Tiwari. The present district judge has therefore reported that for aforesaid Bharat Tiwari to give his explanation, he has been noticed, but it appears भरत तिवारी रिटायर कर गए हैं?
Yes, रिटायर कर गए, सरकारी में नहीं है.
क्या लिखा पढ़ो?
The present district judge has therefore reported that when the aforesaid Bharat Tiwari who give his explanation, he has been noticed to
give his explanation. क्या लिखा रहे? क्या बोल रहे?
Who has to give his explanation?
Who is required to give his explanation has been noticed on his home address. Stop. It appears that aforesaid Bharat Tiwari has retired. Stop. Accepting the aforesaid explanation, the provisional order granted in favor of the petitioner is hereby confirmed. The petitioner the petitioner shall remain on the same bail bonds. The petition stands disposed of accordingly.
Sir, 40 Ms. Reena Sinha.
Yes.
My lord, pass over for the day.
Still 50 Mr. Vijay Bhushan Prasad.
Milord, application for Milord anticipatory bail, alleged offense under section 304B.
Yes.
Milord, on earlier occasion, case diary was called for.
Yes.
And Milord, one thing more has been asked whether where is the husband, Milord, where he has surrendered or not, Milord. Milord, in this case, there are three petitioners. Kisun Shah is father-in-law. He has been arrested, Milord. And remain two petitioners. Arun Shah is brother-in-law and Fekni Devi is mother-in-law, Milord. And Milord, in FIR, Milord, it is general omnibus allegation, Milord. And
पहले मिस्टर विजय भूषण प्रसाद ये बता दीजिए कि हस्बैंड सरेंडर किया है नहीं किया है। अगर नहीं किया है तब ये सब बहस करिएगा, कर दिया होगा तो मैं बिल दे दूंगा, नहीं किया है तो फिर बहस सुनेंगे।
नहीं किया है, हम अपने क्लाइंट्स को रिक्वेस्ट किए थे कि उनको सरेंडर करवा दीजिए। वह इन्फॉर्म किया है कि हुजूर दिल्ली भागा हुआ है, इन लोगों से अलग है और नहीं सरेंडर करेगा हुजूर। ऑन दैट वेरी ग्राउंड लॉर्ड ही इज अनेबल and thereafter Milord on merit
we are not inclined,
Milord.
देखिए, heard Mr. Vijay Bhushan Prasad, learned advocate for the petitioners and so and so for the state. First up, during the pendency of this petition, petitioner number 1, who is the father-in-law of the deceased, has been arrested. First up, his application therefore has become infructuous. First up, the application with respect to petitioner number 1 is dismissed as having become infructuous. First up, petitioners number 2 and 3 seek bail in anticipation of the arrest in connection with so and so. The petitioner, the petitioner number 2 and 3 are the brother-in-law and the mother-in-law of the deceased. First up, Land Counsel for the petitioners has submitted that because of their relationship with the husband of the deceased, they have been made accused in this case with no specific accusation. First up, the marriage had taken place about 6 years ago, and the deceased had 2 children from the wedlock. First up, the deceased and her husband had been staying separately from the other family members. First up, however, this court finds that the husband of the deceased has not yet surrendered to the process of law. First up, considering this aspect of the matter, I am not inclined to grant anticipatory bail to petitioners number 2 and 3. Prayer for anticipatory bail is rejected. First up, should the petitioner surrender before the court below and seek bail, their application shall be considered on its own merits without being prejudiced by the fact that the present petition on their behalf has not been entertained. All right. Yes.
Civil 16, Mr. Anant Kumar, number 1.
Yes.
आर्म सेट का हुजूर केस है, पहले हुजूर केस डायरी मांगी गई थी, हुजूर केस डायरी आर्म सेट का हुजूर केस है।
तो आर्म्स एक्ट में एंटिसिपेटरी बिल क्यों मांग रहे हैं? क्या रिकवरी है आपके पास?
हुजूर जो है कि रिकवरी हुजूर मिनी गन फैक्ट्री का हुजूर है, लेकिन हमारा सबमिशन है हुजूर कि जिस झोपड़ी में हुजूर कहा जाता है, जिस जमीन पर हुजूर कहा जाता है, वो मेरा नहीं जमीन है हुजूर, नहीं झोपड़ी है हुजूर।
मैं आपको इंटरिम प्रोटेक्शन तो दिया नहीं हूँ, दूंगा भी नहीं। अभी डायरी नहीं आई है, डायरी के लिए वेट करता हूँ, लेकिन मैं इंटरिम वगैरह कुछ दूंगा नहीं। आई एम नॉट इनक्लाइंड, but because I have asked for the diary, I must see the diary. Diary has not been received. लिखिए, let an express reminder be sent to the court below for dispatching the copy of the diary on or before the next date. Re-notify on 7th of March.
This one, Ms. Kumari Sujata Sinha.
My lord, I am appearing on behalf of the petitioner, my lord. In this case, case diary was called, my lord.
क्यों केस डायरी मांगा था? 307 का मुकदमा है, क्या इल्जाम है?
307 का मुकदमा हुजूर 18 वो नेम्ड एक्यूज है। 18 में से सूरज देव और ओम प्रकाश पर एलिगेशन है, बाकी और किसी पर हुजूर एलिगेशन नहीं है।
सूरज देव और ओम प्रकाश
18 में जी सूरज देव पर है कि मेरे बेटा के सर पर घासा से मारा, और ओम प्रकाश पर है कि चापा कल के रेड से मारा, और किसी पर कोई और एलिगेशन नहीं है।
ये दोनों एक मिनट मिस्टर उपेंद्र कुमार, सूरज देव और ओम प्रकाश ये दोनों पिटिशनर हैं?
नहीं हुजूर, एक पिंटू है जो कहता है कि धक्का मारा था साइकिल से, इसी के चलते झगड़ा हुआ था, केस एंड काउंटर केस है हुजूर। और दोनों ग्रामीण है, आमने सामने रहता है,
अरे वो
दोनों
ठीक
झगड़ा
है, वो ठीक है।
जी।
लिखिए, तो क्यों लास्ट टाइम इंटरिम ऑर्डर नहीं दिया था हमने?
अब हुजूर हम क्या करें, कहा गया कि दाज मांगते हम कि ठीक है।
आपकी देरी के बारे में नहीं बताए होंगे, इसीलिए हमने। Heard Mr. Upender Kumar, learned advocate for the petitioner and so and so for the state. The petitioners seek bail in anticipation of their arrest in connection with so and so. The petitioners, though have been named in the FIR, but there is no specific accusation against them of having assaulted any one of the injured persons. Two other persons, namely Surasdeo and Om Onkar, are said to have assaulted the victims. There is enmity between the parties, and there has been no assessment of the nature of injury on the victim also. Considering the aforenoted facts, the petitioners are directed to be released in the event of their arrest or surrender at 10,000. While saying so, this court has also taken note of the fact that the petitioners do not have criminal antecedents. The petitioner stands disposed of accordingly.
So let Mr. Nosado Johar.
Please, my lord.
Yes.
Earlier, the case was your lordship was pleased to call for case diary, and the
Yes.
same received, my lord.
क्या है allegation?
Allegation general and omnibus है. Specific allegation against 4 persons, my lord. MD Ahmad, Asma, and Kamruzzama Anjar, my lord. There is no specific allegation against all the 3 petitioners, my lord. They are only showing the member of mob in the.
And what is the nature of injury suffered by the victims? How many persons have been how many persons have received injuries?
There is one deceased, my lord, MD Aziz, who came to.
तो ये 302 कन्वर्ट हो गया?
जी 302 कन्वर्ट।
आपने लिखा नहीं है?
My lord, 302
FIR पढ़िए।
later on added 302।
लेकिन हमारे ऑर्डर में नहीं लिखा हुआ है, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं लिखा। क्यों नहीं लिखा साहब आप लोग ने? सुनील कुमार, चलिए देखें जरा FIR।
Yes, at page 13, my lord. In the last 4 लाइन में है 13 पेज पर।
नहीं उसके पहले 307 ही था। अच्छा देख लेना। Yes.
May I read, my lord?
Yes, yes.
सविनय निवेदन सच दिनांक 12/5/2020 के शाम लगभग 5 बजे जब मैं नजदीकी मियां हटिया से वापस अपने घर जा रहा था कि हवाई फील्ड सरकारी स्कूल के पास अंजार उर्फ बबलू पिता सच कमरुज्जमा एजाज अहमद और अनवारुल अंसारुल 7 में इल्ताफ मुमताज इम्तियाज सभी साकिन कुरैली वार्ड नंबर 7 पंचायत भभुआ थाना फारबिसगंज जिला अररिया मुझे घेर लिया तथा बिजली का फाइटर लात मुक्का से उपरोक्त सभी लोग मुझे मारने लगे।
अजीज डिसीज्ड है।
आए थे तो उनको मार लगने लगी, उनको मारा। ये नीचे से 5वां लाइन है, अस्मा कमरुज्जमा अंजार और उस पर ईंट पड़े तथा जमीन पर पटक कर बुरी तरह मारना शुरू कर दिया एवं उक्त अहमद एवं कमरुज्जमा उर्फ बेचन दोनों मिलकर ईंटा से उसके छाती पर बुरी तरह से मारा जिससे उसकी हालत बुरी तरह खराब हो गई।
Heard Mr. Nafisul Johar, learned advocate for the petitioners and so and so for the state. The petitioners seek bail in anticipation of the arrest in connection with Farbisganj PS case number so and so under section so and so. However, later with the death of the deceased, section 302 IPC was added. It has been urged on behalf of the petitioner that except for the petitioners having been named in the FIR, there is no specific accusation against them. The accusation of assaulting the deceased is on 4 other accused persons and not on the petitioners. Considering the aforenoted facts, the petitioners are directed to be released in the event of arrest or surrender 10,000.
Second file not available.
उसको पहले वाला देखो जो हमने कहा तो नहीं
Second file not available. CL 20 Mr. Kundan Kumar.
Mr. Mahendra Thakur, your file is not available. We will hear you tomorrow. Can you? Yes.
CL 20 Mr. Kundan Kumar.
Mayor Pilot.
Yes.
My lord, in this case, the case diary was called for. It's a case notes under section 341, 23, 324, 307, 379, 504, 34 of the Indian Penal Code. So, as for the FIR, there was dispute among the children of both the parties.
पढ़िए
FIR
पढ़िए
on page 10. निवेदन पूर्वक कहना है कि मैं अदालत राम उक्त 42 वर्ष पिता स्वर्गीय सत्यनारायण राम ग्राम रसूलपुर चक्री थाना दरौदा जिला सिवान का निवासी हूँ। दिनांक 11/6/20 को हमारे ही पटीदार रामाशंकर 22 वर्ष, परमात्मा राम, 3 अरविंद राय, 4 किशोर राय, 5 प्रकाश राय, 6 चंद्रमा राय, सभी ग्राम रसूलपुर चक्री थाना दरौदा जिला सिवान ने बच्चा के झगड़ा को लेकर जो बीते 15 दिन पहले हुआ था, इसी झगड़ा को लेकर जब उक्त सभी बिना वजह मेरे घर पर आकर गाली देने लगे। जब मैं गाली देने से मना किया तो रमाशंकर राय फरसा चलाकर मुझे मार दिए। परमात्मा राय लोहे के रड से मार दिए। मेरा भाई झगड़ा छुड़ाने आए तो किशोर राय लोहे के रड से मेरे भाई चंद्रिका राय को मार दिए तथा भाई की पत्नी कलावती देवी को अरविंद राय मार दिया। भतीजा सुनील राय को चंद्रमा राय खंती से मार दिया। मारपीट के क्रम में से सोना का सिकड़ी, घड़ी तथा मेरी भाभी का मंगलसूत्र छीन लिए। तो श्रीमान से प्रार्थना है कि जांच कर कार्रवाई करने की कृपा करें। Since the injury report was not available, therefore my lords called for the case diary.
अब अवेलेबल है आपके पास डायरी? तो
मेरे पास नहीं है।
बिना डायरी के आप लोग चले, आपकी केस डायरी लिखिए। Let the court below be sent express reminder for dispatching the legible copy of the case diary by the next day. We notify this case on 7th of March.
CL 21 Mr. Uday Chand Prasad.
Yes.
CL 21 Mr. Uday Chand Prasad.
थे सुबह में तो थे,
सुबह में थे
पास होगा।
CL 22 Mr. Ajit Kumar Singh.
May I, Lordship? My Lord, this is an application for anticipatory bail under section 406, 420 and 120B of the Indian Penal Code. Allegation is, my Lord, the petitioner was residing along with her parents, along with his parents, my Lord, in which building also, my Lord, the Pritish Kumar Sinha was residing, my Lord. And, my Lord, being resident of that house, my Lord, they were acquainted with the petitioner's father and they were running a NGO, my Lord. And it is alleged, my Lord, that they said, my Lord, that they provide loan.
All right, who appears for the informant? Has notice been served?
Yes, my Lord. They have, in one case, they have already appeared, my Lord. His name appears, my Lord.
Just a minute.
Mr. Huda.
Mr. Nazmul Huda.
Yes.
Inform Mr. Nazmul Huda, otherwise we'll be sending court notice to him for his appearance. Look here. The OP number 2 has appeared through Mr. Nazmul Huda, learned advocate. Mr. Ajit Kumar Singh, learned advocate for the petitioner, has been asked by this court to apprise Mr. Nazmul Huda that the matter shall be taken up tomorrow and that he should be present to contest the petition for bail. By day after tomorrow. Re-notify on kar dijiye usko. 9th. Please inform Mr. Nazmul Huda, Mr. Ajit Kumar Singh. You're already on a provisional bail, no worries. You inform him.
CL 23 Mr. Pawan Kumar.
मैं प्लीज माय लॉर्ड, इसमें हुजूर के द्वारा डायरी कॉल फॉर किया गया था पहले हुजूर। एलिगेशन है 307 का केस है हुजूर। स्पेसिफिक एलिगेशन हमारे ऊपर है कि हम अपने कंट्री मेड पिस्टल से इन्फॉर्मेंट के ऊपर गोली चलाए जो उनके राइट साइड चेस्ट में लगा हुजूर।
अरे तब तो एंटीसिपेटरी बिल नहीं होगा मिस्टर।
जी जी, इसमें रिपीटेड कोर्ट बिलो के द्वारा कॉल किया गया था डायरी हुजूर, लेकिन कोर्ट बिलो में नहीं रिसीव हुआ, यही सबमिशन में रहता है हुजूर। तो हुजूर के सामने यदि इंजुरी रिपोर्ट है तो हमारे पास है नहीं हुजूर, देख लिया जाता जो भी कंसीडर किया जाता हुजूर।
गनशॉट
भैंस चराने के लेकर के डिस्प्यूट
तो वो
हुआ
ठीक
हुजूर।
है,
जी
गनशॉट इंजरीज है, अब उसको क्यों लिखवाएंगे आप?
जी जी, जैसा भी
छोड़ दीजिए, आप
जी जी
सरेंडर करिए, बेल लीजिए। कोई
जी
बोनी
जी
फ्रैक्चर वगैरह नहीं है, लेकिन बंदूक की गोली चली है, निपल्स
जी
के पास कहते हैं कि वो स्किन के अंदर चला गया है गोली।
जी जी
क्या कहा जाए इसमें, तो गन शॉट में करस्पॉन्डिंग इंजरी न भी हो, डेंजरस टू लाइफ, कोर्ट ही लिखते, जज ही लिखते, डॉक्टर ही लिखता नहीं है, बट एंटीसिपेटरी बेल नहीं लिखिए।
जी जी
But Mr. Pawan Kumar, learned advocate for the petitioner and so and so for the state. In view of the fact that the petitioner is alleged to have, in view of the allegation against the petitioner of having fired from his weapon, hitting the injured, I am not inclined to grant anticipatory bail to him. However, if the petitioner surrenders before the court below and seeks bail, his application shall be considered on its own merits, taking into account that the victim has received only superficial injury, and that the dispute arose out of, and that the occurrence arose out of a dispute over tending of cattle. And an order shall be passed without being prejudiced with the fact that the present petition on his behalf has not been entertained. The petition stands dismissed with the aforesaid observation.
For Mr. Pushpendra Kumar Singh.
My lord, serial 21 था my lord, I missed my lord. Serial 21 item.
Call करेंगे पहले, अभी 24
My last order, my lord, was pleased to call for the case diary and
May I-
granted provisional bail to petitioner number 3. So far as petitioner number 1 is concerned, my lord, he has been arrested, and petitioner number 2 anticipatory bail has been rejected on the ground that process under section 83 has been issued against him. So my lord rejected the bail of petitioner number 2. So far as petitioner number 3 is concerned, my lord, final form is submitted against him, against which the learned magistrate has taken cognizance, and pursuant thereto, this anticipatory bail has been filed, whereby, my lord, by last order, provisional bail was granted to petitioner number 3, my lord.
All right. Who appears for the other side?
My lord, in this case, your lordship, altogether 4 cases are listed before this bench, your lordship. That is
Yes.
at serial number 24, 25, 29, and 30.
Yes.
And they have already been granted the provisional bail. My submission would be, your lordship, let all the 4 cases be adjourned for a week. In the meantime, substantial documents shall be brought on record by way of counter affidavit.
All right, very good. लिखिए, ये सब लिखिए 24, 25, 28 and 29.
29 and 30, Miller. 29 and 30.
29 and 30. Mr. Ashok Kumar Jha, learned ad, सब में काउंसिल का नाम लिख लीजिएगा. Mr. Ashok Kumar Jha, send in your slips, your names shall be there. Learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Ashok Kumar Jha, learned counsel for the informant in all these cases. एक ही साथ लगा देना. In all these cases has submitted that he shall bring on record substantial evidence to dispel the defense of the petitioners. Be it noted that the petitioners in the aforementioned applications were not sent up for trial after the police investigation, but differing with the police report, cognizance has been taken against them. First up, all the petitioners are on provisional bail. First up, re-notify this case on 14th of February. All right?
Miller, दूसरे से
क्या है?
21 को हुजूर, 21 को, चूंकि सप्लीमेंट्री जाने में 1 सप्ताह लग जाएगा हुजूर के पास.
Re-notify on 21st of February.
अब लाइक
उदय चंद्र प्रसाद.
नहीं, उसके पासवर्ड को एक बार कॉल करेंगे. अभी कॉल करते चलिए. 26
मिस्टर रविंद्र चंद्र प्रसाद. मिस्टर प्रवीण चंद्र प्रसाद.
यस माय लॉर्ड.
यस,
इसमें प्रोविजनल बेल हुआ था और इसमें केस डायरी कॉल फॉर हुआ था माय लॉर्ड. एक सीता झा का केस जो है
हाँ,
24
इसमें इसमें वो इसमें अभी अभी एक केस में सनी झा के केस में हमने पास
हाँ
ओवर
हाँ वो
किया है।
हाँ, तो तीनों
इसको
केस को
भी
एक साथ 24 को रख लिया जाए।
इसको लिख
22
दीजिए।
22 26 और 27 सीरियल नंबर है।
22 में क्या किया हमने?
अभी उसको कल के लिए कर दिया है मान लो।
नहीं,
उसको
कल नहीं
भी
कर सकते। डे आफ्टर टुमारो कौन सा डेट हुआ? 9th और 26 में ये है प्रवीण चंद, और दूसरा कौन है? 22 26 और
27
हमारे वीडियो जा रहा है, बकरा का बंद कर।
27th।
ऑलराइट।
इसको सर 24 फरवरी 2022 को सीता झा के साथ रख दिया जाए, तो उसी में केस डाली और ये आया हुआ है।
अभी आप 9th को हम रखते हैं, सबको एक साथ देखेंगे, उस दिन जैसा होगा वैसा करेंगे। सबको कर दीजिए लिस्ट अलोंग विद CW क्रिमिनल मिसलेनियस नंबर, सबको 22 के साथ लगवा दीजिए। आइटम नंबर
ये सीता झा का क्रिमिनल मिसलेनियस नंबर 32209 32209 ऑफ 2021।
अभी आप उसकी चिंता ना करें आप, अभी हम 9th को रख रहे हैं वो सनी झा के केस के साथ, उस दिन बोलिएगा देखेंगे। अब जरा आप आराम से रहिए। इसमें कितना आइटम कहा है हमने?
26
और 27 को विथ क्रिमिनल मिसलेनियस नंबर 21073 ऑफ 2021, जो आज 22वें नंबर पर है, उसके साथ लिख कर कहिए कि ऑन 9th। ऑलराइट,
यस मैम,
ऑलराइट।
Sir 28 Mr. Chandrabhushan Upadhyay.
Yes. Yes, who appears for the petitioner? Pass over. कॉल करिए चंद्रकांत और उदय चंद्र प्रसाद दोनों का कॉल करिए।
Select Mr. Chandrakant.
Yes, Mr. Chandrakant.
नहीं,
दूसरा कॉल करिए।
Sir 21 Mr. Uday Chand Prasad. माइक कौन कीजिए सर अपना?
Make your lordship, my lord, anti-secretary bail, my lord, under section 147, 148, 323, and allied section 307 and 379 and 504, 506 of the IPC, my lord. Altogether, 11 person named in FIR, my lord. Petitioners have no criminal incident, my lord. Case and counter case, my lord. Our case is earlier, my lord. There is altercation, my lord, due to land dispute, my lord. Petitioners are next door neighbor, my lord. FIR हम पढ़ते थे, FIR पढ़ने से लगता है जो
ठीक है, वो ठीक है, FIR पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप हमें बताएं कि इंजर्ड पर्संस की इंजरी का नेचर क्या है, इसीलिए शायद रोका हुआ था।
जी, तो इंजर्ड पर्सन का इंजरी ऑर्डर शीट में आया है, माय लॉर्ड, की ग्रीवियस है, माय लॉर्ड।
तो इसीलिए तो मैं बेल नहीं दिया था ना, इसीलिए बेल नहीं दिया था।
बेल नहीं दिया था, जो डायरी मांगे थे।
हाँ।
जो भी है माय लॉर्ड, लेकिन कोई क्रिमिनल इंसिडेंट नहीं है माय लॉर्ड, नेक्स्ट डोर नेबर है। केस खाली पढ़ लिया जाए, उसी से जो हम पढ़ना नहीं चाहते हैं। ऐसा केस लिख दिया कि ताक झांक कर रहे थे बाथरूम में, उसी में अल्टरकेशन हुआ है, गिरा है नीचे।
किसको इंजरी है वो पता ही नहीं चल रहा है।
बिजली पासवान को, बिजली पासवान माय लॉर्ड इन्फॉर्मेंट का हस्बैंड है माय लॉर्ड।
तो कितने लोगों ने मारा है उसको?
11 आदमी पर एलिगेशन है, ऑल टुगेदर 11 पर्सन नेम्ड इन FIR।
बिजली को ही मारने का
नहीं, और सभी दूसरे को भी मारे हैं, लेकिन बिजली पासवान को भी मारे हैं।
नहीं, तो कितना इंजरी इज ग्रीवियस इन नेचर। ये
इंजरी 2 ठो है माय लॉर्ड उस पर, और हमारे बारे में नहीं है कि हम रिपीटेड मारे हैं। एक इंजरी हमारे बारे में कहा जाता है कि मारे हैं माय लॉर्ड।
दूसरा इंजर्ड कौन है?
वो जी,
दूसरा कौन है?
इंजर्ड बिजली है माय लॉर्ड। FIR से जुड़ के हम एक बार हम पर मारने का है, और 2 इंजरी है माय लॉर्ड।
तारनी पासवान, तारनी कहाँ है? तो आप ही तो मारा है तारनी पासवान with intention
हाँ
to
तो वही
kill.
तो काट नहीं, वही तो हम बता रहे हैं। हम पर एक इंजुरी है मारने का, माइलॉर्ड 2 इंजुरी है, और हम सब गोतनी है माइलॉर्ड, गोतनी हमारी मारी है, मतलब
और
धक्का
सबों
दी है,
को
ये की है।
और ठीक है, और सबों को तो बेल हो गया है ना।
उसके बारे में हमको जानकारी नहीं है जो हमारे पास
जानकारी
सिर्फ यही केस आया है।
तो ये इसीलिए आया होगा हाई कोर्ट रेस्ट का, लोअर कोर्ट से बेल हो गया होगा।
तो हो गया होगा माइलॉर्ड, हम नहीं पूछ पाए जो है।
आप सरेंडर करिए, हम ऑब्जर्वेशन एक बढ़िया कर देते हैं, उसी हिसाब से आपको बेल हो जाएगा। बट हमने एक रूल ऑफ हाउसकीपिंग अपनी जो रखी है कि ग्रीवस इंजरी अगर आपने कॉज किया है तो मैं एंटिसिपेटरी बेल नहीं देता।
एज यू लॉर्डशिप माइलॉर्ड।
Third, Mr. Uday Chand Prasad, learned advocate for the petitioner and so and so for the state. The petitioner seeks bail in anticipation of his arrest in connection with so and so. Mr. 18 persons have been made accused in this case, and so far as the petitioner is concerned, he is said to have assaulted.
11% है माइलॉर्ड।
11%. So far as the petitioner is concerned, he is said to have assaulted the husband of the informant who has received grievous injuries. Plaintiff counsel for the petitioner has submitted that there is a counter version of the occurrence, and the petitioner is the next door neighbor of the informant. He is also an agnate of the informant and the injured. Be that as it may, regard being had to the fact that the victim
एनकाउंटर केस भी है जो हमारा केस पहले है। हाँ।
the counter case which is earlier in point of time. Regard being had to the fact that the victim has suffered a grievous injury at the hands of the petitioner, I am not inclined to grant anticipatory bail to him, notwithstanding the other mitigating features of this case. The prayer for anticipatory bail is rejected. However, if he surrenders before the court below and seeks bail, all the grounds noted above shall be taken into account, and an order shall be passed without being prejudiced by the fact that the present petition on his behalf has not been entertained.
Highly obliged.
And here to mention, say 31 Mr. Arun Kumar.
सब हो गया हटाओ। चलिए हमको लगता है none of them are there. All right, we wind up. The court will not. This court will not sit after lunch on for the reason that there is an important meeting. So all cases are passed over for tomorrow.
Lordships, it's not time to mention, but Lords.
Yes. Mention, Mr. Mishra.
Lordships, my grandfather.
It is not the time, but since the court is not sitting after the luncheon, we would permit you. Yes.
With your Lordship's kind permission, your Lordships, my grandfather's statue is to be unveiled in the college he opened, and I am required to be there tomorrow, your Lordships.
All right, it's your personal ground, Mr. Mishra. I shall grant you time. What do you want? Tell us.
Lords, it may be after 10th any day, Lords.
Which matter?
Item number 34, Lords, to be mentioned.
All right. Dheeraj Kumar.
Lordships.
All right. At the request of the learned counsel for the petitioner, list this matter on. Give a date.
Lords, maybe on 11th, your Lordships.
List this matter on 11th of February. Now you do one thing. You inform the counsel for the other side.
Lords,
for
I will call the dates. Yes, Lords, I will call.
All right.
I will tell you.
All
right.
With your Lordship permit, my lord. May I mention serial number 39, my lord?
Yes.
My lord, with consent of counsel for the petitioner, my lord.
Yes.
I pray for 1 week time, my lord.
No, this was mentioned in the morning and I rejected the prayer. I said that let it come and then we will see.
But your lordship is perhaps not sitting after lunch.
That's all right. So tomorrow we will see.
As your lordship. As your lordship.
I beg your pardon.
Yes.
My lord, my case is listed on serial 36. It is related to polytechnic examinations, my lord.
Yes.
And from tomorrow, examination will be conducted, my lord.
So we must hear you. Yes. 36 will hear. Yes.
Obliged, my lord.
Yes. Who appears for the other side? Dr. Kiran Singh, is he here? No. Item number 36, Mr. Yes, you please argue.
My lord, my humble submission, my lord, is that I am confining my prayer to the mode of examination, my lord, which in other universities, my lord, all the universities has been regulated by AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, my lord.
Yes.
And in other states, the examinations are being held on open book learning, open book system, my lord, which has been prevailing in other states and other universities as well. But in Bihar, my lord, the students here have been they have been directed to appear in offline mode.
We can't help it. We can't help it, sir. We
If-
can't
if,
help
my
it.
lord-
There is no ground on which we would interfere at the fag end. And unless I hear the other side, what is the reason and rationale for no examination by way of open book learning? Other states, they may have chosen, this is in their wisdom. Unless I find that you have been subjected, you individually, or students of this state have been subjected individually to any disadvantageous method, I'm sorry, we will not be able to interfere. But nonetheless, for future, we can hear you. Maybe if you don't pass this time, for the other time open book, Dr. Kian Singh is required to be here. We can't give you any interim relief, sir. I'm so sorry.
If my lord may kindly permit me.
Yes.
If
Yes,
I
Mr.
make
Nishant.
submission, my lord, the guidelines issued on 6/7/2020 by UGC, my lord, regarding SOP of conducting of examination on offline mode, that has been grossly violated by the state.
All right, we'll see.
This is also there. my lord.
Continue with your examination from tomorrow. We will see what is to be done. We'll hear you. I've informed Mr. Kian Singh. We are not going to change the methodology adopted by the examination taking body a day before. Sorry. That's out of question. We will see what happens. Yes. Next. Somebody wanted to mention Mr. Kian Singh.
माइक को नहीं सर अपना
Mr. Kian Singh, you need to unmute.
Pardon your lordship, item number 28.
Milords, I'm not understanding why the mentioning is going on. Therefore, I'm intervening in between, Milords. Mine was item number 32, for which I have mentioned.
Mentioning is going on in between because the court was rising and the court will not sit in the second half for a meeting. So therefore, they took this opportunity of mentioning. No problem. The court has permitted them.
Oh, very well, Milord. I'm so sorry. So, Milord, 32 tomorrow, Milord.
32 tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow the matter shall be taken up. All right, Mr. Kian Singh. Yes.
Your Lordship.
Yes.
Your Lordship, I was informed that Your Lordship had called for me.
Naturally, because your matter, the matter in which your appearance is required, that's listed at item number 39. Some urgency was, item number 36, some urgency was shown by the council. Polytechnic examination is beginning from tomorrow. And his grievance is that in all states, the examination is being conducted by an open book system, learning system or whichever. But in state of Bihar only, you have not followed that system, which is in breach of some of the rules, which is as guidelines, SOP. Have you examined? I am not inclined to interfere because the examination begins from tomorrow. So in the last, we are not going to change the schedule because otherwise the whole examination will have to be postponed. So therefore, you have not been called upon to immediately explain the reason for it. But he has a right to agitate before this court because he is one of the students. His counterparts all over India would be appearing in a different by a different mode. Why choose Bihar for non-open book? You get ready tomorrow. We might hear you, but let the examination proceed. We might hear you.
Your Lordship, this is an AICTE matter, I think, Your Lordship.
Therefore, if the union government will have to respond, AICTE, or if there is a specific council, you please inform Mr. Sunil Singh. I suppose he is representing. And you also be there. We will hear what is the matter. But We are not interfering with the examination which is beginning from tomorrow.
Your Lordship.
All
I'm
right.
very sorry, my lord. Can I interrupt with my lord's leave?
Yes.
My lord, considering that the mentionings were being made, my lord, there is a matter at serial number 35. That is
Yes.
CWJC number 20821 of 2021.
Yes.
My lord, I was waiting for this matter to be called out because a similar
No, this
matter is
was-
already.
This was mentioned.
My lord.
This was mentioned, and I have fixed a date in this.
My lord,
This
there
was
is a.
rejoinder file करेंगे 7
He has taken time for filing rejoinder, and he had said that he shall inform the counsel for the petitioner. I don't know whether he has informed.
My lord, no, I am not the counsel for the petitioner in this case, my lord. A similar
no.
matter is there.
Where?
A similar matter, CW, in my lord's consolidated list, my lord. I have the mentioning slip ready. It is just the same matter with respect to interpretation of.
Tell us the number. You started your mentioning as if somebody without taking your consent has mentioned, and you're
Very sorry,
absolutely.
my lord, if I cast that impression. I was waiting. I just said, my lord, because a similar matter is there.
All
It will
right,
be
tell
tagged
us.
along
Tell
with
us.
that.
If something can be said in one line, why do you have to state the whole history? You said that
CWJC number
your
2.
case in CWJC number so and so be listed along with item number 35, which has
Deeply
been
obliged,
adjourned.
madam.
I think this would have been more
This is all
specific
that I have
instead
to
of
say, my lord.
narrating all this and creating an impression that you are sore and cross with the case having been adjourned. Why this?
I was
why
only
all this
anxious, my lord,
verbosity,
that
Mr.
if I have missed the bus, my lord, that is all.
All
I have
this is
CWJC number
Mr. Avinash
166.
Srivastava, if you have chosen to be verbose, kindly hear the verbosity of the court also. You should have made one statement and your case would have been adjourned and fixed along with item number 35. Now tell us the number.
CWJC number 16603 of 21, my lord. It is in the consolidated list.
Item number
3901, my lord.
3901 को लिखिए ऊपर first कहीं mentioning में let that item be listed along with the CWJC number 20821 of 2021 on जो भी date है उसमें. Tomorrow. Very well, tomorrow.
Deeply obliged, my lord. I'm very sorry for that verbosity, my lord.
All right. All right. Any other matter?
My lords, if my lord has
Pardon, your
so
lordship,
that I
item
need
number
to-
28. 28, your lordship.
Just a minute.
Serial number 28.
Before that, MS Nirvikar was mentioning. Yes, MS Nirvikar.
My lords, I
Your
have some
lordship-
personal difficulty. I may not be there available tomorrow. So is it possible,
your-
my lord has few minutes, my lord, to hear this, my lord, if it is possible?
Leave it for today. We will hear you day after tomorrow if you have no difficulty.
No, my lords, then tomorrow I'll try to, my lord, since I am sure I'll try to manage, my lord, or my junior will be there to assist my lord, my lord. So
All right.
very good, my lord, then.
All right.
Obliged. Obliged.
Yes, item number 28.
Your lordship, I am appearing on behalf of the petitioner number 1, 2, and 3, your lordship.
क्यों possible हो?
कॉल हुआ तो
In this,
आप थे नहीं उस वक्त.
no, your lordship, I could not appear due to some difficulty, your lordship.
लाइए देख लेते.
6
In the same FIR, your lordship,
Yes.
your lordship, in the same FIR, your lordship,
Yes.
three petitioner before your lordship and made accused in this case under section 364 and other allied section of the IPC, your lordship.
Yes.
And
Read the
other
FIR. Read the FIR.
your lordship.
कौन बहस कर रहा है जरा आइडेंटिफाई करिए अपने आप को.
Vinayak Kumar Srivastava, your lordship.
Vinayak Kumar Srivastava. All right. Yes. Read the FIR.
निवेदन पूर्वक कहना है कि मेरी बहन सुनीता देवी की शादी वर्ष 1999 में सुनील पासवान पिता स्वर्गीय सो एंड सो बनवारीपुर थाना बिहटा जिला पटना के साथ शादी के कुछ दिन बाद से मेरी बहन को उसके पति सुनील कुमार, मां भगवती देवी, शिवजतन पासवान, भैंसुर राजेश्वर पासवान, दिस इज पिटिशनर बिफोर योर लॉर्डशिप, भतीजा अंजलि पासवान, दिस इज बिफोर योर लॉर्डशिप, सभी घरेलू काम का बहाना बनाकर तरह तरह से प्रताड़ित करते थे। सूचना मिलने पर हम लोग बिहटा जाकर उन लोगों को समझाते बुझाते रहते थे। उसके बाद कुछ दिनों तक माहौल ठीक रहता, फिर वे लोग पुराने रवैया अपनाने लगते थे। कुछ दिन पहले मेरी बहन को मार पीट कर उक्त सभी पैर तोड़ दिए, लेकिन मेरी बहन केस करने के लिए राजी नहीं हुई। दिनांक 7/9/19 को मेरी बहन को ससुराल से गांव के किसी व्यक्ति द्वारा सूचना मिली कि मेरी बहन सुनीता देवी गायब हो गई है। हम लोग जब बहन को घर गए तो घर के सभी लोग फरार थे। काफी खोजबीन करने पर मेरी बहन के बारे में कोई जानकारी नहीं मिली। हम लोग लगातार खोज कर रहे हैं लेकिन कोई जानकारी मिल नहीं रही है। उल्लेखनीय है कि मेरी बहन को कोई संतान नहीं है। मेरी बहनोई सुनील पासवान, उसके भाभी हीरामणि देवी से अवैध संबंध है। उक्त सभी मेरी बहन को अपने रास्ते से हटाना चाहते थे, लेकिन मेरी बहन अपने ससुराल से अलग नहीं रहना चाहती थी। मेरा दावा है कि मेरी बहन को उक्त नामित 5 व्यक्ति घरेलू बातों को लेकर मार पीट कर उसकी हत्या करने के मेरे बहन को गायब कर दिए हैं।
ये जो कंप्लेंट आपने, जस्ट अ मिनट, आपने जो कंप्लेंट फाइल किया है,
जी जी,
हस्बैंड ने, आपने नहीं, हस्बैंड ने जो कंप्लेंट फाइल किया है अगेंस्ट द फैमिली मेंबर्स, कंप्लेंट नंबर 717C of 2007, उसमें क्या हुआ है? ये तो बहुत पहले का कंप्लेंट है।
On this complaint matter, your lordship, matter was ended under the compromise. It appears from the version of the FIR.
We are not inclined to grant anticipatory bail. We are dismissing the petition. Likhiye.
Your lordship, in this case,
Where is the Mr. Binayak Kumar Srivastava? Try and understand the position of law. Don't just argue that there has been a compromise. Can there be a compromise in a case where the victim is not to be heard of and a case of kidnapping has been registered? What are you talking?
Your lordship, in other matter in same FIR, your lordship please to call for case diary.
I'm not inclined to call for the case diary here in this case.
In other case, your lordship call for the Hiramani.
I may have. I will call it and I will dismiss all such petitions.
By request, your lordship, both cases be heard at together, your lordship.
Hiraman is the lady with whom the husband of the victim is said to have developed illicit relationship. Lady is आपकी केस और लेडी की केस बराबर है?
नहीं योर लॉर्डशिप, लेकिन ये सुनने में आया है कि वो मिल गई है और घर में छिपी। आई हैव बीन मतलब said something about the victim, your lordship.
I'm so sorry. We can't grant you any relief. Where is the order in Hiraman's case?
क्रिमिनल मिसलेनियस नंबर 12,941/2020, योर लॉर्डशिप।
क्रिमिनल मिसलेनियस नंबर
12,941/2020
of 2020. What is the date of the order? Is 20.
By your lordship, court has been granted the interim bail, your lordship.
That is your saving point. Otherwise, I would have dismissed this petition.
No, your lordship is the master of criminal jurisprudence like that case, your lordship.
अभी हम डिसमिस कर रहे हैं तो आप ये मास्टर और स्टूडेंट करिएगा तो फिर हम कल के लिए रखते हैं। चलिए, कौन सा डेट है जिसमें हमने पास किया है?
12,941 में हजूर मांगा गया है, वो अभी उसमें केस डायरी है।
अच्छा, कब हमने ऑर्डर पास किया है वो देखेंगे। इंटरिम प्रोटेक्शन के लिए कोई ग्राउंड हमने बनाया होगा। अगर वो
जी
आप इतना मास्टर कह दिया तो ग्राउंड को देखेंगे। अगर आप में भी अवेलेबल होगा तो देखेंगे, जो करेंगे वो
नहीं, आई एम आल्सो मतलब नो योर लॉर्डशिप इज द मास्टर ऑफ द जुरिस्प्रूडेंस, योर लॉर्डशिप।
साहब देखिए, ऑनलाइन कोर्ट हो रहा है, उसमें ये सब बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप
हम लोग तो
ऑलराइट, इसकी ऑर्डर लगा कर दीजिएगा। टुमारो विल हियर यू टुमारो मिस्टर।
योर लॉर्डशिप, इसको 1 सप्ताह के लिए रख दीजिए, हम ऑर्डर निकलवा के लगा देंगे।
नहीं, हमारा कोर्ट मास्टर निकाल लेंगे, आप डोंट वरी, कल देख लेंगे।
योर लॉर्डशिप,
ऑलराइट,
वेरी मच ऑब्लाइज योर लॉर्डशिप।
मास्टर साहब, अमित श्रीवास्तव, आवाज आ रही है? अब ऑनरेबल जज लंच के बाद बैठेंगे?
नहीं, लंच के बाद नहीं बैठेंगे सर।
मतलब खत्म हो गए सारे केसेस आज?
स्टैंड ओवर है सर।
पेशकार साहब, सेकंड हाफ पे स्टैंड ओवर है।
जी जी।
अच्छा अभी कितना तक हुआ, अगर वो भी बता देते तो हम भी स्टैंड ओवर हो जाते।
आपका कौन सा रेट है, आपको उसी हिसाब से स्टैंड ओवर कर देंगे।
44 है।
तो आप बिल्कुल स्टैंड ओवर रहिए सर।
अच्छा नहीं, अभी अभी कितने तक हुआ, ये विनायक बाबू का कहाँ तक हुआ?
विनायक बाबू के बीच में हो रहा था, उनका पासवर्ड गया था, when the case was called और he did not join the proceeding।
अच्छा तो लास्ट सीरियल कितना तक किया इन्होंने?
चुप हो जाओ यार, एक
लास्ट में पूरा क्रिमिनल मैटर हो गया 30 तक।
लोग बोलेगा वकीलवा फोन नहीं था उठाओ, कहाँ तक फोन उठा लियो वकीलवा। बैठिए सर।
क्या हुआ अभिनव श्रीवास्तव, काहे उत्तेजित हो
श्रीवास्तव
रहे
सर, ये
हैं?
बात ये रिकॉर्ड
उत्तेजित
हो रहा है
नहीं
ये
हो रहा है
बात।
सर, हमारा तो सारा ऐसा ना क्राइसिस हो गया है कि फोन है लगाता
अविनाश
रहता है
श्रीवास्तव
सर, दिन
सर,
रात दोपहर।
अविनाश श्रीवास्तव सर,
कस्कार साहब 31 नहीं कॉल हुआ है?
आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड हो गई।
कस्कार साहब 31 कॉल नहीं हुआ था टू बी मेंशन में?
टीटीएम का कॉल नहीं हुआ सर।
थैंक यू कोर्ट मास्टर साहब। धर्मराज बाबू थैंक यू सो मच।
पेशकार साहब,
हाँ बोलिए।
वो जो हम बताए हैं आपको उसका वो भी भेज दें क्या?
भेज दिया सर, लग जाए, चिंता मत, कल रहेगा वो साथ में।
कल रहेगा ना? CWJC नंबर 20821 है मेरा।
16603 है ना?
हाँ मेरा CWJC नंबर है 20821।
नहीं वो तो उसके साथ लगना है ना, आपका तो 16603 है ना?
ये 16603 हाँ हमारा है, 20821 के साथ लगना है।
हाँ उसी साथ आपका कंसोलिडेटेड का सीरियल नंबर 3901।
हाँ हाँ हाँ
ठीक है अभी
लग
जो
जाएगा ना?
रिकॉर्ड हो गया
है
अभी जो आप बात बोले रिकॉर्ड हो गया।
अब वो रिकॉर्ड हो गया तो हम कौन सा गलत बोले, पीछे पड़ जाता है लोग, पता नहीं कि अब क्या बताया जाए।
ठीक है
ठीक है चलिए, थैंक यू।
ओके।
अब नहीं होगा कॉल अभी लंच के पहले?
सर
हाँ
रेस्ट ऑफ द डे द बेंच इज स्टैंड ओवर।
हमने अब ठीक है, अब नहीं होगा अभी।
नहीं सर
ठीक।
आपका भी गति वही है जो हम लोग का है, कहीं बतिया बताते रहिए, ट्रेन इंक्वायरी जैसे।
क्या किया जाए आज मेरे 10 मिनट रुक कर बात बोलना पड़ता है, एक ही बात में बार बार।
नहीं थैंक यू सो मच।
खत्म हुआ प्रोसीड तो फिर फोन आएगा।
नहीं थैंक यू
ओके सर।
अच्छा वो वाला हाँ
हेलो पेशकार बाबू।
बोलिए जल्दी बोलिए।
अरे कल मेंशन हम किए थे, हम ऑर्डर हुआ था टू बी मेंशन के लिए, सीआर वाला आपको बताया भी था, रात नाराज हो गए। सीआर 44 2019।
किससे बात किया था सर?
ना आपको फोन पर कह दिए थे, रिमांड मंडे ही के लिए था लेकिन छूट गया तो बोले ट्यूजडे को चढ़वा देंगे।
तो सर आप किससे बात किए थे सर? हमसे तो बात नहीं हुई।
पेशकार साहब से किए थे, पेशकार साहब अजीत बाबू से।
तो अजीत बाबू से बात कर लीजिए सर, वो तो फैक्ट वही जानते हैं ना क्या बात हुई, कौन सा केस है।
और आप कौन बोल रहे हैं?
धर्मराज कुमार बोल रहे सर।
अच्छा तो अजीत बाबू से फोन किया था कल, ऑर्डर बेंच में मेंशन ऑर्डर हुआ था टू बी मेंशन में
ठीक
मंडे
है सर, इस बारे में उनसे बात कर लिए सर, मीटिंग इन कर।
किससे कर लेंगे?
अजीत जी से बात कीजिए सर, मेंशनिंग के बारे में उन्हीं से पूछिए।
अभी आप अब नहीं है क्या अभी लाइन पर? लाइन पर नहीं है?
बोर्ड के सामने हम लिख रहे हैं सर, लाइन पे आप उस कॉल जहाँ से बात किए उसी के माध्यम से फिर से बात कर लीजिए उनसे।
फोन से कहता है कर लीजिए। आज कहाँ तक गया पूछ लीजिए, आप पूछिए
क्या हुआ सर? क्रिमिनल 30 तक कॉल हो गया और सेकंड हाफ में लॉर्डशिप नहीं बैठेंगे।